bad in this.
You can't drop truth. You can't drop truth.
I'm not going to drop truth. I'm here to talk about fun stuff.
Yeah, fun stuff
Sam's
only.
here to talk
I'm here to do
about-
patty cakes
But
with
we
the
should
kids.
know. We should know that Sam Tripoli, if he wants, he does have truth. But
You
he's
have
gonna-
truth.
I
he's
do, but I
holstering
will
it.
not be dropping any truth bombs.
Sam Facts
Not
Tripoli.
today.
I'm just so
Sam
thankful.
the Facts.
Yeah.
Facts
Sam the
Tripoli.
Facts Tripoli.
I like
Sam the
that.
Facts Tripoli.
I do like that.
I'm just sending you
Are
the
we
emoji of the
recording?
fax machine.
Hey, wait. You talk about Krav Maga. Do they do like host like fights like they would for the UFC?
Absolutely not, sir.
No, because then you would be killing somebody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Their
it's
shit's
to
all, like,
kill
street-
someone.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
real situation.
No, there's
you're
a
trying to
couple,
kill a
like, you can
motherfucker.
find YouTube videos will be like, dude, in Russia, they do crazy shit. Like, they're like, meet me in a field and we'll
Yeah.
just fucking fight.
But like Boss Rutan had that Krav Maga thing where he's like in a bar and he's like, bam, snap,
Yeah, just
ow,
start
he's,
fighting
like, ripping your
people.
dick off.
What?
Grabbing bottles,
Yeah.
smashing heads.
That's with my.
So
my
it's just-
so wait, my boy Boss and Amir Peretz, who is like the Krav Maga guy. He's like Israeli Special Forces and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he teaches all.
You
the
have
SWAT
Jewish
team
friends.
guys.
We get it.
No, Amir was Boss Rutan's main sparring partner.
Yeah.
So they paired up.
Yeah.
And both of them, and I met Amir on Warrior.
Yeah.
And they paired up. Both these guys paired up, and they have literally a self-defense program.
Oh yeah.
You can like
Boss
buy.
Ru-
I think you
the
can
Boss
buy-
Rutan system.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
had it for years.
Yeah. No, this is kind of new. It's like about a year old, maybe.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying he has his own style of?
Yeah. He
Krav
and
Maga.
he and
Okay.
Amir
Like Pat
Peretz-
Miletich. It's like, here's my fighting system.
Right.
Yeah.
Here, he
Get
and
into a
Amir-
cornfield and fuck people up.
Right. Well, these guys said, here's what you do at a bar. Here's what you do if somebody attacks you.
I love that.
All that shit. And Amir is the guy on Fight Science where they had a live gun
Yeah.
and like a live, then they put it to his back. And the guy he pulls the trigger and he disarms it in real time. He's that guy. So when they did Fight Science, John Brankus,
Can you take your braces out?
is it bugging you?
No. Just
Yeah, it's bugging me.
You fucker.
You're 50
Hey, let him-
something.
let him have it. Let
you
him
are
have
who
it.
you are, Brian.
So, but listen to this. So
What? Nobody goes, oh man, that 50-year-old, if those teeth were just a little straighter,
never.
it would all work
I told
out.
him this, dude. It's over, dude.
I know, but
Stick
I'm
a
just,
fork in it. You are who you
no,
are.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it
For what reasons? Because
Your children?
It helps you breathe better,
no,
right?
because I have issues with my fucking
Vanity?
Yeah, no, the roof of my mouth, the shit. It's a pain in the ass. It's getting worse, and it just causes one tooth to crack. I don't care. But anyway,
As you were saying.
do you mind? Do you mind? Thanks. So they go to him. He goes to the Special Forces community. He goes, I need a guy I can put through. Like I need to freeze him. I need to put him in really hot temperatures, and he's got to do this obstacle course. But I need somebody who can deal with all this craziness.
It's called Tough Mudder.
Every single one is like Amir Peretz. You want that guy, Amir? And if you made him, he's super thick. Just one of those guys, and he's the guy. So he has his own. If you like Krav Maga,
I
he's
love
the
it.
motherfucker.
It's my
he's
favorite
on
thing
Is
to
it
do.
like the headquarters of Krav Maga, like in fucking?
Yeah,
Beverly
there's
Hills
a
or something?
couple
It's like
of
a
them. There's
fancy-
one-
It's
yeah.
like an all black.
Oh,
building.
that's where.
Fancy
Yeah, and then because of this stupid ass virus, virus thing.
Sam.
No, you can say that.
I can say it, right?
Yeah, you can say that. You got shut down.
Yeah, it got shut down in 2 years of
The gangster gyms figured a way around it.
Yes.
All the
Yeah.
gyms I know, like they would have, like it looked closed, but
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
open.
They board that shit up a little bit.
Yeah.
They're open.
MMA
Come in the back.
Slide
Well,
in the back
outlaw,
door,
bro.
yup.
Outlaw.
Well, MMA's
Outlaw.
come a long way. Like I just rewatched Warrior, and by the way, that was 14 years ago. And God, do I look young? God damn, have I aged? You look at yourself and you're like, Frank Grillo, like he
14
was a
years
young
ago?
man. 14 years
I
ago.
mean,
Bubba.
yeah, any picture in here.
You know what I mean?
Cat was 4.
You're just
14
like-
years ago.
14
you know,
years
you know
ago.
what Cat looks like 14
Oh
years
my
ago?
God, you were
Cat
4.
looked
She was a
tiny.
four.
Well, I wasn't 4.
Yeah, I
I'm
was like,
26
she wasn't
now.
4.
You're okay. He's
I'm
not
12.
18.
You weren't 18, yeah.
But I mean,
Christian
fuck,
was
dude.
what, 6?
Yeah, I know, right?
No,
14 years ago?
You were Tiger's age. 14 years ago?
23. I'm terrible at math. I was-
Nice.
Wow,
Yeah,
9,
that's
dog,
what I
9.
thought. was
I can't believe I'm the one that did the math.
gonna say
I
nine, but
flunked
didn't
first
know.
grade and I super computed
Check out
that.
the big brain on Sam.
Yeah, right.
You came through with that 9, dog. You said 9.
It's so crazy though, man. It's weird
time
to
fucking
see
flies, man.
to see yourself on camera. But MMA, like
Now, if you
I
have
look the
kids,
same.
it
Yeah.
flies quicker. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So every time my daughters, like on their birthday, I have this picture of me holding them. So every day on their birthday, I take the same picture, and it's like crazy how much they're growing.
Oh, damn, bro.
tell him what.
Yeah,
what
Brian, look at
that.
you.
Look at
oh
that.
my
Holy
God.
fuck.
I mean,
Brian, you don't look that bad.
exactly
I'm
the
gonna be
same.
honest with you. It's
You
not
just
that
clean
bad.
shaved
beard
there.
of it. It's a
You still
great
got
beard.
shitty
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
I think it works. It looks bad because you're
Yeah.
clean shaved. Like you're never clean shaved.
Well, get another angle and you'll see.
But Brian, I'm sure
I'm in the
at that
trailer.
age you're like, I'm gonna lose all my hair soon. And look at you, still have it.
yeah, I'm a cute.
Let's look at the positives.
I'm still cute. I mean,
Wait, what about that picture of you and Brendan? Is that the premiere of it?
that was at the Spike Awards.
So this is an award show that will never happen again. It's called Spike Guys Only Awards.
Yeah.
It will never happen again.
No.
The Spike was like, oh, we can't do
Was that the last time it happened?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, then the stuff.
Oh, it's just Spike could have been so great, right? And then it was like,
you had the
let's
Ultimate
just-
Fighter on there.
I had a show on my one show in history I had on there.
Dude,
I was doing stunts.
My career started on
Really?
there. The Ultimate
I was
Fighter
a stunt
started on
guy.
Spike.
Straight up.
Spike was the shit.
Yeah, but then it like I know where they're like, we're just gonna do stupid stuff. Like, can we do a half an hour of fart sounds for the whole show?
But then they did have cops for a long time too. Spike was lit for a while.
It was great.
And then they just banked on the wrong shit.
Oh, I thought they had that live PD. Was it that?
no, that went on Fox,
Oh,
Yeah.
right?
But Cops is back.
Of course it
It's on
is.
Fox. Well, not on regular. It's on Fox on Demand or some shit. You gotta subscribe.
Everything's streaming now.
Everything's streaming.
Yeah.
Well, now that whole defund the police is such a liability, political liability for the Democrats. They're all like, hey, don't mention
No,
that
I
shit.
love to see them backtrack. Like, no, we weren't saying like defund. We were saying allocate other
We were just
resources,
saying,
not everything.
Fun.
Well,
Yeah.
then don't say defund.
Dude.
It was just a
Dude.
bad choice.
What happened? Wasn't it something that happened to the mayor in someone in San Fran?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
She was like, "This is a shithole."
Oh,
Yeah,
she said
they
she
just
got-
kept getting
she was
mugged.
right. Someone-
They were all
her
getting
name is
carjacked.
London Breed. Her name is London Breed. And she said, the bullshit stops now. She said that at a press conference.
And so,
really?
but the
Because her car got jacked.
She said she was at a party and 95% of the people at this party with the elite in San Francisco had all been robbed or had an experience with crime.
and then in New York, the new governor there, he was like, there's
Eric Adams.
Eric Adams. There's a kid that was shot, and he was like, "Dude, I'm fucking telling you, this stops now. We're doubling down on cops because he was a cop.
Yeah.
he's like, we're doubling down on cops. This shit has got to stop.
Yep.
Everyone's like, whoa.
Yeah, the
Damn.
minute law and order.
What think about Beverly Hills? That that woman who was murdered in Beverly Hills. Have you heard of any crime in Beverly Hills since?
I've never heard
Well,
of someone
that's
being
the whole
murdered.
thing, dude.
Beverly
It's
Hills
only
goes-
crime now because
there's
they go
probably
to
murders
the
in
rich
Beverly Hills.
neighborhoods,
Not
right?
anymore.
They
Not
followed that
anymore.
woman home. That record
Wait, so what
executive's
hap-
wife.
what
She's a
happened?
famous philanthropist, and they followed her home.
Yep.
She and they robbed her and killed her. And
And he was very famous too,
Yes, he
because
was.
he just got
Record
into
deal.
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You were talking about that murder. That was in Beverly Hills?
Yeah, but then
Oh,
also
shit.
he had security there too. He had security there. He was sleeping. She got murdered. I don't think he followed her home because it was at 3 a.m.
Okay.
It was planned, and
Oh.
yeah, because he had security there, so they had a plan. Wow. Yeah. But have you heard it? Like, and remember they were like, like I made a joke. Me and Jay were driving down to Beverly Hills, and he has Rolex on. I went, "You got some balls wearing a Rolex Beverly Hills, man."
well, that's the whole thing.
But now, but have you heard any like? Once
they
you
cracked
start
down.
fucking with the rich,
Yeah.
and you scare them.
as soon as
But
that
so wait, is-
happened, boom. So L.A. County or the L.A. The council voted to defund the cops by $150 million. And as soon as all that stuff started happening, like they were going to Nordstrom's and all that stuff, Gavin Newsom's like, here's $300 million.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until they started robbing rich people and all those giant corporations that they started to like change their
Well,
tune.
nothing's going to vote you out of office faster when people don't feel safe.
Especially when
the economy could be shit. If people are scared to leave their home, you're so fucked.
You're so fucked.
You're so fucked.
And when corporations start going, like Walgreens and Nordstrom says, hey, San Francisco, we'll just move our stores.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
We'll just pack up and move our stores because we can't do business here. How's that sound? And all of a sudden they go, wait a minute. And then everybody else goes, yeah, I'm going to go to Texas. We'll see you.
Oh, yeah, because you said they were just walking straight up in Walgreens.
If it was under 1,000,
and just
they'd walk
fucking, they were
free.
just.
Prop 47
Yeah,
that said
under
anything,
1,000.
any shoplifting under $1,000. But the way I voted for that, because the way
Gross, Brian.
No, because the way they wanted it.
Cultural Marxist.
Oh, guys, wait.
Are you a Marxist?
Oh, guys.
Who's your dad, Castro?
Hey, come on, bro. I can explain, man. But the way they worded it on the ballot was it was endorsed by the chief of police and stuff. So I was like, oh, I don't want people getting put in jail like for a long time for like minor crimes. It doesn't make sense. Kids for what marijuana crimes.
Oh
No,
dude,
they
it was-
suck it up on you.
Well, it's repeated offenders.
Yeah.
They just keep letting out, and then like in New York, this young lady was the guy stabbed her 90 times, and he's had 6 offenses.
I thought that was here.
No.
That happened on
90
Australia.
He
times.
stabbed her 90 times. This is 2 days ago in New York. Followed her 90 times.
Christ.
And then you look at the track record, and that Eric Adams, like, what are we fucking doing, dude? It's like, yeah, you guys want to play grab ass and let these bad people back on the streets.
Yeah.
And then also,
bail.
but also you're just like, don't make a rule for the exception. Okay, but when you're talking about crime, there's some really, really bad guys out there. So if it's weed, I get that. Let's not keep on the
Yeah,
way.
of course.
But if they're multiple time offenders, you can't keep
Like
giving them free
drugs are
passes.
one
Yeah, but
thing,
there's
dude.
also
But if you're
something else.
committing crimes to get the drugs,
Well,
that's
robbery,
the problem.
that-
Yeah.
So there was a-
domestic violence, and you just keep them back on the street.
But the main thing too is this: in New York, they did this in the '90s, and it really worked under Giuliani. There was I can't remember who was a criminal psychologist who said, "Hold on, guys." He said, "Quality of life crimes. So if you are a guy who pisses on a sidewalk, and then you graffiti and you break a window, that is the kind of person, including people that jump turnstiles. That's the kind of person that does a lot of other shit. So that behavior is just a little doorway. So when you see somebody fucking around like that, typically what they found
That's
was
tough.
that no, it's not.
But
It's
no,
called-
I'm saying it's tough to put that person away for pissing on
no,
a girl.
that's not what I
No,
mean.
you're saying that's
when
a-
you, when you
that's a
enforce the
gateway?
little crimes, what you're doing
You're stopping
is you're
the big
catching
boys?
them. Yeah, and when you catch those people, they have like an outstanding warrant.
For sure.
They've done
For
15
sure.
other things. So you find that behavior is a good marker for a bigger shit that they've
Yeah,
done.
it's a
Which,
good-
Oh, okay, I see what
which
you're
is
saying.
great, but
Yeah,
but now they're doing like you're talking about real criminals.
Letting
and
them out.
And I have
Like
friends
just
who are,
letting out
my
straight up,
father-in-law
like-
caught for 30 years, and he's like, dude, like by the time we arrest him, he goes, I'm talking bad dudes. By the time we arrest him, by the time we're done filling out the paperwork, they're already out on bail.
That's
Dude, just
okay,
think
that's
he's
about
like,
the
so
whole
for us,
process of
you
all
don't-
this, dude.
He's like, we didn't even, most time we just let him go because it's a waste of our fucking time.
Wow.
He's like, the rules have to change.
Just think of the process of all this, dude. Like coronavirus, right? So it's coming out. It's totally real, very effective. Make sure you go get vaccinated.
No, Sam just saying.
I know, right?
Dude, let's be careful with the COVID talk on here. We don't want to get deplatformed.
Okay, but my point is like Gavin Newsom, right, starts doing this thing where he's releasing people out there because of COVID, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens? All of a sudden, these riots start happening, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Why are these riots?" All these people are let out. Then you got these DAs who aren't doing any kind of prosecuting.
Doing their
Like
job.
all this stuff is like. It's all been
Snowball effect.
it's all
Yeah.
been like step
Planned.
by step by step to destabilize everything, and people are waking up that it's one side that's been doing all this, and
Correct.
it wasn't until these people went to their neighborhoods
And that's when
that
they
it
get
became a
That's when they were
problem.
like, yo, fuck this.
Sam, watch
Yeah.
this. Who's ultimately responsible?
Okay,
Oh,
here we
wait.
go.
Hey, I'm just
By
saying.
the way, Newsom went to a Jesuit high school. Thank you.
The Jesuits, dude.
B, let's take a little break because Sam is dropping some facts and I don't like it. But
Yes,
I'll tell you
he
what
is.
you should like.
What's that,
You
buddy?
should like some athletic greens, dude.
Well, I'm
yes.
athletic and I like greens because I know greens are very good for you.
You're damn right they're good
Yep.
for you. And today's podcast brought to you by AG1 by Athletic Greens. Listen, man, I'm talking about a superfood product.
Yep.
It's basically a multivitamin. One scoop of AG1 contains 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food source ingredients, including a multivitamin, like I just told you, multi-mineral, probiotic, green superfood blend. It's delicious.
Apparently,
One
you
little scoop.
absorb all these.
Yeah,
when you
Daddy.
have like whole food source ingredients, you absorb it better, from what I understand.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Must be
Tastes good.
delicious.
Join the movement of the athletes, podcasters, comics, moms, dads, first timers, rookies, whoever it is. You need this in your life. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you an immune supporting free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase if you visit athleticgreens.com/fighter today. Again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/fighter to take control of your health and give AG1 a try.
Let me explain something to you right now. When it comes to Grubhub,
Yeah,
you can-
dude.
if you're sitting there and you're like, I don't want to get in my car and drive in traffic, you can pretty much have whatever you need brought to your door, whether it's your favorite food, whether it's paper towels, whether it's lipstick, you name it. they'll do it. All right.
In 30 minutes or less?
Yeah.
And I don't have
30
to
minutes or
cook,
less,
man.
dude. Yeah.
Dude, and listen, you need a paper towel, 1 Coke, whatever it is, man. From extras to essentials, Grubhub now delivers all of your go-to convenience items all day long and all night.
Late night snacks. It doesn't matter. Convenience items. They're delivered right to your door just in the nick of time.
And stay in your undies.
You never have
Stay
to
in
leave
your
your home.
undies. Order your convenience items from Grubhub Goods on the app or online. Grubhub Goods.
I want to be optimized, dude. I want supplements. I want nutrition. I want fitness. I want apparel. I want that stuff. Where do I go? Oh, I know. On it.
There's only one place. If you've listened to any podcast we've ever done, On It's always been a part of it because we trust them. You guys trust them. If you're a new listener, you should know we only rock with one brand only when it comes to supplements, and it's On It. Onnit.com/fighter. 10% off Alpha Brain, the Shroom Tag.
Virutech, man.
Oh,
If you're
dude.
like feeling sick, take that. That stuff for real works.
Yep.
It works. Shroom Tech works. I don't care. That stuff is unbelievable. They got
Yep.
Shroom Tech greens now, which is crazy.
Wow.
You
Krill
got everything
oil,
you need.
joint oil, total human. We got you covered.
Vitamin D3
we got
spray.
protein for you. We got coffee for you. We got fitness. We got streaming fitness. If you're not ready to go to the gym yet, cool. We got streaming on-demand fitness, on in 30 home fitness programs, steel maces, club maces, kettlebells, the primal bells, battle ropes. We got it all. Go to onnit.com/fighter for 10% off the best supplements and workout gear ever.
On planet Earth.
Thank you.
The Jesuits, dude. We're going to do this.
Dude, you know,
See, I don't even know that world. That's a different world.
Yeah, that's deep shit,
That's
bro.
deep.
You know what's crazy, Sam? And it's just mind blowing to me that people still put up with this. So Newsom's at the Super Bowl, right? Him and Garcetti get caught without a mask at the NFC Championship game. He gets lit up on social media. He goes, "I was holding my breath." All right, you're a fucking moron.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said
Did
that.
he say that?
He
He's
said
such a piece
Straight
of
up
shit.
By the
that.
way,
So
I know the guy that took that picture.
Yep. So
Trevor Cavalo.
So he goes, "I was holding my breath."
Yeah, Trevor, yeah.
So the people go, I don't know why people go, "Okay, we'll keep wearing our mask." They're at now, 2 weeks later, he's at the Super Bowl. Again, both pictured and seen without a mask, and every celebrity without a mask. Okay, people are like, "All right, I'll keep wearing my mask." And then the LA Rams parade is today downtown.
Yeah.
Newsom goes, "It's outside." Goes, this can't be a super spreader event. Everybody needs to be in a mask outside.
I can't stand that guy. I can't stand him.
Do you think that's done to purposely get us to not know if we're coming or going? Like to
What do
really
you mean?
mentally break us down?
But
It has to be- it has to be-
I just can't imagine someone being like, "I'm going to the parade." He said, "Wear a mask."
Fuck that.
I can't
I
believe
doubt
anybody's
anybody,
gonna.
yeah.
I bet if we turn on the parade right now, nobody has a mask.
It's becoming a
doubt
political
it.
liability, man, for these guys.
Wait till election.
But how do they not understand that?
They're fucked. They've
You know,
gone
how
too
do they
far.
understand
They can't
that
go
they-
back. They're too fucked.
Well, because I think
fuck.
they're all compromised. That's
Yes.
why. Like this is done purposely. Like, don't you guys find it crazy that on like local, state levels, like there's term limits, but these people in Washington could literally be there like 1,000
80
years,
literally 80 years.
and nobody
No matter
says
what.
anything.
No matter what.
Right? It's like, do you know like 4 families have ran California for over 100 years?
Yeah.
Like they're all related. Like Newsom's related to Pelosi.
Yep.
And then there's the Browns. The Browns have been governor of California and Oregon. Then they're all related to the
Political dynasties.
yeah, and they all just work together to
There it
keep
goes.
stuff on
Flexing,
lockdown. It's
damn.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
But like, even if we're like, wait till elections, bro, it's gonna be so awesome. We'll get the other side in, dude. It's like we just keep running back and forth from the R's and D's. I do a joke about it's like running from like Elm Street to Camp Crystal Lake, dude. You're just like going back and forth.
Either way, you're fucked.
From these two murderers,
Yeah.
man. It's like anarchy is very interesting. Like you're me more and more. I'm for anarchy and like
Meaning,
You are?
I don't know. I like the idea sounds really great to me.
hey,
like,
sell me on anarchy right now.
well, the whole notion that like we govern ourselves, right? And that
Like
we
that.
Like
Was it
all-
the Chet?
like
was it-
Somalia.
Like okay, that works out.
that's not. But here, Brian, let me get into Somalia real quick.
Was it the Chaz district in Seattle? Remember they tried that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They already tried that.
It didn't work out.
No, but hold on. But that wasn't anarchy.
No,
that
yeah,
was
you're
just
right.
letting kids play.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they played.
That was playground bullshit.
And then they realized there's some bad guys get involved with that, and they're like, "Hey, my friend got stabbed." Cops like, Sorry, you said you didn't
but
want to
you understand the King riot stopped when Koreans got on the fucking
With AK-47.
buildings and
They
started
started
popping.
shooting, yeah.
That so everyone has fun until the adults show up, and
Yep.
the adults show up after a certain time. Same thing with Wisconsin, right? Like all that was fun and games, and then people, oh, you're going to loot everything. We're going to show
fire
up with
back.
guns,
Yep.
and that's when they shut everything
Correct.
down.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's what we're getting to. It's like,
what?
what is that fine line? It's just basically most of your problems, bro, stem from government, right?
Correct, but the problem is, Sam, is you're obviously balls deep in it. But most people are getting their political opinions, whatever, from the mainstream media.
For sure.
And
So
legacy media has a
you're
fucking
you're-
interest in their
They all have agendas.
I know,
Yeah.
but they're
And
also like
they're all
talking
funded.
to big tech. They're all
Correct.
They're all in lockstep.
Yes,
so
it's all step by
So
step by
it'd be
step.
education of the individuals, of the masses, and you got to get them away from CNN.
But yeah,
and
but how would you
Fox
get
and
people away from that?
a different
You know,
model?
it's such
Well,
I think
the
people
ratings
are,
are
though.
very low, and a
God.
lot more people are streaming or watching YouTube.
Look
or
at how
listening to
powerful
podcasts.
Rogan is.
Look how powerful podcasts is in general. So the mainstream media is kind of on its way out a little
yeah.
bit. Like there's a bit of a tide. People just need to be a little open minded to it. What
yeah.
you were taught in school and all that stuff, because it goes with this. It's like if you let them make decisions for you, man, they're not making the best decision for you.
Right,
They're doing it because they
100%.
have a political agenda.
If you take
It's
a
either
look
side.
at like you got Russell Brand, Jimmy Dore, you have Joe Rogan in the middle, you have and then you have, let's say,
Where are you saying Russell Brand's left?
Ben Shapiro.
super left, Ben Shapiro, what's his Tucker Carlson, all the right, all saying the same thing. That's a sign that like people are starting to come together.
Bill Maher, Tucker Carlson saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So
That's
they're
when
all
you know.
starting to come together, you know. But the truth of the matter is, it's like if nobody watches the news, how's it all getting out? Well, the next phase is blue check marks on social media, putting out all this stuff, getting all these retweets. It's like all layered shit. Then you really want to get some weird stuff, man?
Yep.
Dude, ley lines, bro. If
What?
you look at the world, there's an energy grid, bro, and there's these ley lines, and there are these PowerPoints, and
Crazy. Oh,
Tesla
no.
used to talk
Crazy
about
guys.
it.
We got
crazy
right?
guys-
And
crazy
Washington,
guys
D.C.
saying-
is on a fucking ley line, dog,
Yeah.
and that's an okay. Are
What's
you
a
with
ley
me?
line?
And
I'm
it is
following
a
you.
fucking
Ley lines
it
are
is-
straight
alignments.
alignments drawn between various historic structures and prominent landmarks. The idea was developed in the early 20th century. Europe, with ley lines, believers
Tesla,
argue that
dog.
these alignments were recognized by ancient societies that deliberately erected structures along them.
So look at the one in America. What's that on right there? Washington, D.C., dude. And what does that mean? It amplifies, dude.
But-
Energy-wise,
Oh, it's coming
bro.
out of
We just
California,
went
though.
too deep.
It's coming out of
Let's
California.
talk about
No,
No, I
farts.
like it, dude. You're getting crazy right now. And
Yeah,
I'm
no,
liking it.
he was going. I
Dude, I'm
like
telling you,
crazy
bro,
guys.
it's what fucking Tesla was into. But I want this to be a fun show. I feel like I get too serious when I come on these shows.
No, that's why it's fun,
I want to
though.
talk
So
about
let's make
fun
fun of Brian's
stuff,
teeth.
like
You wanna talk about the
farting,
Jesuits?
black dicks, all that
No,
shit.
no, I don't want to hear about the Jesuits. I don't want
Jesuits,
to.
bro.
I don't want to be frightened for the day.
Yeah.
We'll do that off camera.
Okay, cool.
Whenever Sam and I are doing the podcast, and
Yeah.
I start to debunk one of the conspiracies,
Which is never.
I was
So
gonna
what?
say,
Yeah, what's your
probably pretty
success
rare.
rate? What's your
dude,
success
Brian
rate?
is-
Dude, I
Brian
want
is
to know
the
your
glass
success
show
rate.
of
Sam's
Conspiracy
too loaded
Social
up.
Club.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. What is your success
I
rate
get
with
annihilated.
debunking?
I get
you get annihilated. But it's like even if you talk to a flat earther, which
Yeah.
we don't believe in flat earth, but you better have your facts.
Oh, dude.
Because those flat
He brought a guy
earthers,
on. He brought-
dude, you have a real flat earther.
Oh, yeah.
And
You
they
brought
start
one on?
firing facts.
Yeah,
and
I
you're
have
just
had a
like,
bunch of them on.
it's round. Dude, you look like a fucking moron.
So we got to give Brendan props here because Brendan came up with the concept of Conspiracy Social Club.
Yeah.
Brendan said, I got it. It was in the dark days. And he goes, Sam and you're going to do conspiracy. Sam's going to debunk it. And it's been, we're on
Or
our,
flipped.
We're on our 150th episode.
I called, Sam goes,
we should
"Amen."
give you some.
Yeah, let's do it.
But either way, it's become so crazy. But what we do is
I'm
we'll
still
go,
waiting for my 10%, but you don't care.
We'll go to the, we'll go to the
Brian's
comments.
got you.
We'll go to the comments.
Yeah.
And
On YouTube
I
or what?
literally.
Are you- are
Oh,
you
no,
guys
we're
on
on
YouTube
we're
or
on
Rockfin?
Rockfin.
Okay.
No, we're
Robert.
too dangerous for you.
Yeah.
YouTube
I was
wouldn't
gonna
let
say.
us.
No,
Even
no,
Venmo
no.
kicked us off, so we had to go from Patreon.
What about
to
Patreon?
Wait,
Rock-
Venmo?
Oh, Patreon kicked you off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we had to go.
Vimeo kicked us
Vimeo,
off.
Vimeo. I was like Venmo.
Yeah, so we had to go to. We had
You,
to,
you boys are wild.
Vimeo, yeah.
Vimeo's pretty like
Yeah, we were paying
your
for the
specials on
service. too.
Vimeo.
oh, dude,
They're like, no,
Oh,
go
yeah.
away.
Your specials on Vimeo.
They were like,
Maybe you should do on
no.
OnlyFans.
they killed us.
Go away. I would love to be on OnlyFans.
Well, then what we did was we went to we go to Rockfin, and we just had one of the former chairman of the architects and engineers for truth for the
9/11 truth.
thing, about how and he's saying
That's
that
another-
the towers were detonated.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, bullshit.
You better have
Problem
your
is,
facts, Bubba.
Yeah, you got a guy like that. He's got video.
like,
He's
okay.
slowing shit down. Yeah, and you're like.
By the end of it, you're like, all right, I'm
He's,
kind
like,
of
he's
into
also
this.
looking at the metallurgy of it all, and I'm like, I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm not a fucking scientist, but you get a nice. So I get my asshole read every show, and the comments are like, Brian. I mean, they're so vicious.
Brian's not the guy for the gig because he's not going to do
Brian's great.
research.
Brian's
I
great.
try.
Yeah,
The problem is
but you're not.
I do it on
No,
YouTube, and those
Brian.
guys are like, "Oh, is that what you're doing? You're doing the first YouTube research that you want me to debunk that?"
Well, it's like if you
Yeah.
get a guy who's like balls deep in religion, and
Right.
you want to argue him
Right.
on
Oh,
religion,
they know
they
it's-
have their black belt in
Right.
religion, dude.
Yeah.
So if you just keep going, I need proof. Dude, they light
These
you
guys-
up. I've had those conversations.
Yeah.
They destroy
These
you.
motherfuckers, they not only do they have it's a full-time job for them, but here's the crazy
They
part.
make a living off of it.
Yeah,
dude.
but here's the problem. When you actually really put their feet to the fire, when you really go, who's really running shit? Like, I mean, we stop everything. I go, who's really running shit? If I do that to him or I do that to some of these big time people,
Sammy
at
give
the
you
end of
50
it-
names?
At
know.
the end of it, they'll look at you and they'll go, either they say this, they go,
Rothschild.
you're not ready yet. You get that, or if you really push them, all you'll get is this. Starts in Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
And they go like this, and you go,
Wait, Sam, I want
"What?"
to know. You,
Or it
But
starts
you
in
know
the-
what? Who
it's
else
either
does
the
this?
Vatican,
You know else who
or
does
it's-
this?
Or it's the Queen of
Scientology.
England.
Scientology. When you get to a certain level, you're like, hey, but what about this? They're all, you'll see. You're not
Hey,
ready
can I
for
tell
it.
you a joke?
Please.
You want to hear a fun joke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Sam's ready to go.
I know,
okay,
right?
a Satanist, a pedophile, a Scientologist, and a Nazi walk into a bar. What do? Invent NASA. That's a true story.
I mean,
That's a true story. Please stop. Please stop.
By the way, when I
No,
when
but,
I don't
know
But
about
that
the
gets
other
into
ones.
Scientology.
But I know for a fact
L. Ron
Nazis are in NASA.
okay, so if I start arguing that,
I know for a
L.
fact.
Ron Hubbard helped found NASA.
but B,
And that's why they were dressed like that all the time. And he's talking about space all the time. All this.
So, dude, that's why he's tax exempt. They're making bazillion dollars. That's why Disney is tax exempt, making bazillions of dollars, dude, because they're all in on
now
this.
if I
What
disagree,
the
now
fuck?
wait, now if I disagree, which I do, he goes like
gotta
this.
come up-
How do you disagree with
He goes like
historical
this.
facts?
He goes, white girl, don't go in.
Yeah. Brian?
White girl, don't go in there. Because in
Brian?
the movies, you know, when black people
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
in the horror movies, white girl, don't go in there. You know,
Yeah.
He does that.
Oh, that's what he did. That's
Yeah.
what he did.
Yeah.
But B, what do you disagree on as far as
Yeah.
we know for a fact Nazis were involved with NASA because we took their best and brightest minds.
Exactly.
getting
Hold on.
exemption
I got
out of
some
it.
for
It
you
just
on
doesn't
that.
mean, but it just doesn't mean that NASA is evil. NASA does important work with weather, with space travel.
Okay.
We're not arguing
That's
that.
so cute.
Yeah, but that
Now he thinks
that's
NASA
one of their
is-
jobs.
So cute.
He thinks NASA's all fake, and it's not.
You're very cute.
So wait, you don't think there was a landing on the moon?
No,
Oh
I
wow,
don't.
Chappelle. Are you talking about when we were trying to beat the Russians?
Are you talking about the one where they landed and a giant car got out of this tiny ass go-kart and
think
drove
that-
around?
Do you think that satellites?
Hey, will you do me a favor, Chin? Will you look up?
video's pretty-
Will you look up?
Oh, it is?
And you
This
know
is
me.
my favorite video.
Really?
Will you look up the astronauts leaving the moon? Nobody ever talks about this.
See, it's tough because Brian's saying
hey,
no.
we were on
He's
the-
telling me. He's,
We were on.
Brian's
so we were on the moon. But
Brian's
what
Dallas,
makes
yeah,
you
yeah.
say? Okay,
Brian's
let
Dallas,
me
yeah.
see the video first.
Brian's that.
You know what else I want to know from you too? Because I know their opinion on it or what they think.
Yeah.
I want to know what you think about the Kennedy
astronaut.
shit.
Astronaut.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, this is easy.
Leaving the
Hey,
moon?
It was
What?
4 different countries. It was the bankers,
The mafia,
the
Cuban,
mafia, the CIA,
CIA, 100%.
and the
So you're pretty much on the
centralized
same
bank.
page. Okay, so
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
That's not
Yeah,
Sam.
Yeah. This guy's so.
Sam, one more time. Astronauts, what?
The astronauts leaving the moon. See if you
moon,
can find
okay.
that video. This is the cutest thing ever. You will laugh so hard when you see this video.
Should we do it on? I did duck,
Go on the
Go.
video. Go to videos and I'll find it for you. You're gonna laugh your ass. Oh, that one where it says Apollo 17 liftoff from moon. Will you go? Nope. Down. Over. The other way. There. Nope.
Oh,
there,
that's right,
There we go. Watch this. This is the cutest thing you will ever watch in your fucking life. This is what they're telling you is the moon. The astronauts leaving the moon.
I'm going to get the pro.
Here we go.
99.
Now, just for context, Chappelle, remember, we were trying to beat Russia to the
Yeah,
moon.
to the moon.
I'll watch it swing like a prop. There we go. And how is it lifting off? Where is the thrusters?
jetpack? Yeah.
Where is any of that, Brian? And so, Brian, what they want you to believe is this went there, and then this rocket came and hooked up with it and brought it back to the planet. That's what they want you to believe.
Sam, you're not a.
And this is the video they showed the world.
Yeah.
But you don't see. You don't
So Brian,
see the flames.
Brian, this is
Back then,
but this is the video they showed the world.
Yeah, but it's,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, Brian, that doesn't look like a set to you.
astrophysicists,
That's literally
they go like this. They go, yeah, that's a very. I
So
can explain
cute.
that to you.
So cute.
But now Sam.
Okay, so
Sam and
so
his
yeah,
friends,
what's your
Sam and
other
his
way?
friends have never. They don't. None of them have
Degrees?
any degrees.
I have a degree in
astro-
psychology from UNLV.
Okay, so
Suck
stick to psychology.
dick, dude.
Yeah.
Stick to comedy because
And
you're awesome at it.
psychologically, I know you're fucked up right now. That's in my expert opinion.
What are we going to debate on the show Saturday? Give us something, B. We have to debate something.
Yeah, we're doing a live debate show
The
in Las
issue is,
Vegas.
listen, when I thought of this show, I thought it was a good idea. Now that I hear it, I feel like Sam's fucking undefeated.
Oh, dude.
It's not even a
If
show.
this was Mike
It's
Tyson's
Sam's
Punch
ripping
Out,
you an
I'm Mike
asshole.
Tyson.
You know what he called- you know what he
He's
calls his
Glass
fan base?
Joe.
Sam ripping you an asshole.
You know what he calls-
I'm more with Sam.
Sam Money Mayweather over
Do you know
here,
what he,
baby.
do you know what he calls his fan base?
What?
The Swarm.
They show up
are
in bunches, bro.
the Swarm.
The swarm like a beehive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they show up in big
and
bunches.
they are true believers. So, oh, Brian.
I mean, I wonder if COVID's beat to death, but if you start with the origins of COVID and
Yeah,
why
that's
we're
good.
Oh, yeah,
here,
we can get into all that.
Yeah.
That might
I mean,
be-
I'd love to do that.
I think we should start that because a lot of people.
diving into Fauci's interesting too.
We can eat. Oh, yeah, we can get into that. We can get in the power base of the world,
Yep.
which is black nobility.
That I'd like to do because you guys believe.
ever
Where do you
heard of
find where do you find your information?
Streets.
YouTube.
Streets, and the streets are
Sam,
talking.
No,
bro.
real talk, real
Sam,
talk.
you know what I think about? I'd say 3 times a week, and this was probably 7 years ago. I was doing Brian, Eddie Bravo.
You were
and
doing
Joe
Brian?
No, we were doing a fight companion, and Eddie was going on some conspiracy at the time. I just didn't know. And then I was arguing with him. He goes, "Where do you get your news from?" And I said, "CNN."
Yeah.
And Eddie's head literally, you would see it separate from his fucking. He went.
Did it take off like that
He
shuttle
goes,
off the moon?
CNN. At the time, I'm like, oh my god. But at the time, CNN was not as crazy. Like it was kind of, not
Leveled
as.
out.
Yeah. I
We
never
can get
forget
into all that too if you want. We could discuss why it was happened there. But yeah, man, it's like, listen, what you do is a lot of this, dude, is like feel and energy, right?
Yeah.
So you have this kind of understanding about how life works. And then what you do is you ask yourself, who gets the money and who gets the power? If those things line up, you're probably onto something. Dude, my favorite topic to talk about is hidden history. Like our history has been hidden from us.
Meaning?
That they don't want us to know how special we are. Like, dude, like those pyramids, like they don't want
they?
they want you to believe they found Sphinx in the they found fucking all these pharaohs in the pyramids.
Yeah.
They've never found a pharaoh in the pyramid.
Yeah.
Ever. The Sphinx is like thousands and thousands of years older than the pyramids. They don't want you to know any of that shit.
And they said, and they don't know how it was constructed.
Yeah.
They say the slaves, but they don't know for a
Wait a
fact.
minute,
Dude,
wait a minute. Who doesn't want you to know how special you are?
Dude, this powerful group of people.
We know how. We know that we have unlimited capabilities in technology, and we keep.
Dude,
proving
but you
that.
don't even understand. The old
But how
technology
can you
blows
explain
us
that
out of
old
the
technology?
water.
Really?
What's that?
Yeah.
They can't explain how the pyramids were built.
Well, just because
No
you
one
can't
does.
explain something doesn't mean that it's.
Yeah, but
Does it
Brian,
make you curious though?
Yeah, of course it does. But I'm
the
saying.
pyramids are way older than they're telling us, okay? The Egyptians didn't do the pyramids. They moved in. So basically, let me tell you about pyramids are basically like houses in Michigan, okay? Where just like
There's a
grizzly
bunch of
bears move in and they're like, this is my house. That's what the Egyptians and the Mayans all did with their pyramids. They did not build the pyramids. They just moved in. They're like, how does this work? And they just started trying to,
How do you- how do you-
and then it just ends
Sam,
up
how
with
do you-
human
Sam,
sacrifice,
Sam,
right?
How do you know that?
Because, Brian, this is what people are starting to notice, man. They're starting to notice that the pyramids in like Peru are exactly like the pyramids in Egypt, meaning they were
special.
They were closely associated.
Like suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the world was much different. Then you have this fucking
Suburbs.
this great flood that is discussed in all these cultures,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They probably came hit the
two were
planet, mess everything up.
So they're trying to make it seem like humans
Listen,
didn't build
I'm
the pyramid.
fully stupid, so I can't articulate it well enough.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
bad though.
But it's like, dude, it's like we are way more special
But Sam, let
than
me
they
ask
want
you a
us to
question.
know.
So certain scientific things you would agree, like carbon dating. That carbon dating has been really effective at showing the half-life of carbon and showing how old something is, right?
Right.
So they found an Arctic shark.
Yeah, we
and
can
they
tell.
could tell by its eye. They did carbon dating its eye. It's 500.
Yeah, 400.
But what if it got eye work done like you?
Then you would know that.
What if
It
that
wouldn't know how old it is.
what if that shark had its lids done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, we think 500, but he has young eyes.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
it's
got
like,
young
I don't
eyes.
know.
he had a facelift.
Why is this gay owl shark? Yeah, gay owl.
We know the shark's gay. We know the shark's
The
gay.
eyes of a 20.
Yeah, we know the shark was a homosexual. Yeah.
But it is true.
This is
that-
the power bottom shark.
right, the power. But technology seems to be moving at an inexorable rate. So I don't know that anybody doesn't want us to know how special we are. Like
Yeah,
human beings.
100%, Brian.
But who?
Because they want us to think.
wait, why
that we're
would they
They
just-
want to control us.
What would they
Yes.
get out of? What would they get out of saying
Fucking
the
idiot.
pyramids are much?
Brian, what they get out of this is scarcity, okay? What they get out of this is that they can control us through fear.
Who?
And they want us
For
to.
once in your life, tell me
The leaders,
who is
the-
running.
Why? Dude,
Hey,
I've done
hey,
half a
hold
show
on.
with him. He
Hey,
gets it.
you.
I've done 150 episodes with you, and you're still lost.
Yeah.
This guy's got like, one time I was in a taxi, and this guy was using like Waze, and it shows him, take a right, the hotel's there. He's like, I don't know
keeps
where I'm
going.
going.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're running. That's Brian on my show.
But on live,
I've given
he
him
has
the
Waze,
Waze
and he
instructions.
keeps on
Like,
keeping going.
where are we?
Yeah.
I don't know where we're
After all
going.
this time.
Sam,
So you don't think any of his points are fair?
None.
Like, when you say the technology was great.
No.
None.
no, hey, Chappelle. Of course, I deal in logic.
No,
not
but
in
Brian
magic.
trusted the government too much. Though.
Yeah.
The way he was raised and educated.
Listen, because they were all his babysitters. That's why.
Correct.
My dad.
Dude, he
did work,
calls Henry Kissinger Uncle H. That's what he calls him.
my dad did work for the deep state. Now here's the thing, dude. And there is a file on you, and I had him open a file on you. But listen, I just want you to say on this podcast who the fuck you think is actually calling the shots and running shit.
Black-
You don't have-
hold
you
on.
don't have specific
and
names,
you,
do you?
and
No,
hold
there's
on,
no one
and
group.
fucking you. I don't need you going like that. All right, shut up. Go.
Black nobility.
Who's
dude.
that?
They're basically old banking families that go all the way back towards,
They've been around forever.
since
And they're running
What-
the show.
Rome.
They're calling
they're
the shots.
Why'd you go Rome? Rome
because
doesn't exist?
that's might be even be full
Black
of shit.
aristocracy are Roman aristocratic families who sided with the papacy under Pope Pius the IX after the Savoy family-led army of the Kingdom of Italy entered Rome in 20 September. That's a
Hey,
long
B,
time.
B,
So it's just a group.
It's a group of
The most
old
powerful,
bankers.
and they have all the money in the world.
They
and
have, dude. They have money you don't
But
even
B,
know about.
you don't think so?
So
you
it's
don't,
like
you don't
the-
believe
like
in
the-
any of this.
Like the Queen.
no,
I don't think that,
they're
I don't
most
think these people
likely
are calling the shots. They're not-
above the queen.
They're not
Or
queen.
yeah, the
They're-
queen might be high up too. Like they're on that level. If not,
I was like,
see,
you know
here's
what
the
I'm saying?
problem. If you know the queen's name, she ain't running shit.
No, she's doing
Got
nothing.
it.
No,
Okay.
she's the face.
So if
These
you know
people-
the
she doesn't get
people's
involved.
names,
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Can
sense.
you look up? Do they list the actual names of the black nobility? They're like names you never even heard of.
I doubt it.
I know, but so the
But B,
US
just let me help. So just for like, you look at the media conglomerates, right? We know there's powerful people that run those and have agendas for the news
Yes.
and have all the funding in the world. You look at Pfizer, you look at all this
Pharma,
stuff.
Big Pharma.
Big Pharma, all
Yes,
that.
yes.
They all have agendas, and they're all very, very
and
powerful.
they're all talking to each other.
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to
That's
say
it.
I would like to talk
That's
about
money, and
MMA
that's all this is about money
and
control.
chicks.
So don't you think there's
working
a level
out
up from there?
being a thick boy?
No, I think what you'd have to say this, Sam. So let me ask you.
I just want it on the record that I want to talk about working out and hot chicks and being a thick boy
I hear you.
and all that
Babe.
stuff.
All that,
So
but
when
Sam-
they're like, "Stop talking fucking conspiracy," just know I'm
No,
here to talk
Sam,
about
let me- You
working
didn't
come here
out.
for that, but
This is a
hot
better
chicks,
question. This is a much better
thick
question.
Bitches.
Much better question.
Thick bitches.
I'm here for the thick bitches.
Yeah, I'm all about Amazon bitches.
Now, this is a better question. I'm going to ask you a very specific question. So,
Yeah.
God, I hope it's good.
we're trying, like the Democrats are trying to pass a massive spending bill, right?
Yeah.
Let's build back better.
It's not getting done, but
I'm just saying, but that's a large, there's an ideological sort of impetus
Yes.
and also an economic consideration
Yes.
on that side of the aisle that says, we'll create jobs It'll be good for all our programs,
Yep.
and we'll stick a bunch of other things in there, gender, politics, and all kinds of stuff.
Inflation
It's like
out
a
of the
pork
market,
barrel
yeah.
project. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we know that Democrats want that Build Better
Yes.
thing. There's a progressive, an energized, small progressive part of the Democratic Party that seems to be hijacking all the moderates.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hijacking
Then we have
is the word.
pushback from the Republicans. And you have independents who are like, this is fucking a lot of
Insane,
money.
yeah.
Okay. That is being debated on the floor of Congress.
Right.
Yeah.
It either gets vetoed by the president, or it gets passed, or it doesn't get passed by the Senate, and all that.
Well,
stuff.
even when the Democrats
Right.
let it pass.
Yeah. Do you know that and the same goes in England. The same thing goes in Parliament in England. You can hear them debating. We know that Boris Johnson has to be responsible to his party. Now, when they're making decisions like that are, I'm talking about $1 trillion decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$2 trillion.
Sure.
$4 trillion.
Yeah.
That's $1,000 billion in $1 trillion.
Yeah, no, we know.
That's big money, right?
Look who's doing big math.
Does
Check out the big brain on Brian.
Now, Bubba, no one in the Vatican or Buckingham Palace, no one is able to influence.
You are
that.
so fucking
And the reason
cute.
they can't is because
You're cute.
we see it being debated and fought against, and it doesn't get passed.
Brian.
The black nobility isn't going, and if they are, is somebody from the black nobility going, yay, nay, and then this is all theater?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Because the last time I heard, it's put up to a very public vote.
Yeah.
That we're all aware of, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
so
how do
Build
those,
Back Better
but how do
didn't
those
get passed.
agendas go?
Well, sometimes they pass, sometimes they don't, right? But what I'm saying is that we know there's a lot of government waste, but I'm saying that
But how many but to compete with that, like
Yeah.
how all those agendas you talk about, how much follow through do you see? Do you get a report?
sometimes you see follow through, other times it depends on the
Very
on
rare.
the subject.
Very
right?
rare.
Well,
Hey, you ever done
government-
like a charity show, and do you ever follow up if the money actually went to the charity? Do you ever do that? Never.
Never.
Sam, do you know?
so
you pay the same taxes I do. Do you know where your taxes are being?
I'm in a much different tax bracket.
We know that, but I'm just saying. But do you know where it's getting spent? Do you know how
Nope.
they're spent? Nope.
Nope.
Do you know the breakdown?
Oh yeah, actually I do, dude. I know where my tax money goes to.
Newsom
Paying
sandwiches?
off the fucking money that we borrow from the Federal Reserve. That's where all your taxes go. So we can get into that as well if you want to discuss.
When you
it.
think about it, you have no idea the breakdown of your taxes.
No, never do. And
Never.
That's one of the criticisms from libertarians and Republicans.
Right.
But 100%, and that's a very, very good question, right? So a lot of it goes to defense spending. A lot of it goes to things like that.
But that's
You
what
know
they
the
say, but
government
there's no
borrows
follow.
that money from the Federal Reserve, and we use our taxes to pay off that money. And there is a small chance that a big chunk goes to the Queen of England.
Well, Sam,
That deal was brokered with Ben Franklin, who they found like 100 bodies in his fucking basement at one point. By
Ben-
the way,
Ben
fun
Franklin.
facts.
Check, please.
and Frank.
Hey, can I ask you
This
something?
right-
Can I ask you
fun fact.
something?
Hold on.
Can I ask you
Hold on.
something? Hold on, can I
Check,
ask you
please. This is
something?
where I jump off the train.
Yeah.
Check, please.
Yeah, can I ask you
But
something?
no, Ben Franklin did have a bunch of hoes. Do you know
And
that?
dead bodies.
Yeah, he had a bunch of hoes.
And
They found, like,
dead bodies.
writings and all these
By the
side
way,
pieces.
He was
everybody dates a bunch of hoes.
He was serial
There's a
killer.
time in your life where hoes are great.
Yeah, well, if you're Ben Franklin, you
Yeah.
look like shit, dude.
Yeah,
You're
that's
The
the
only
biggest
guys
man
that
in
don't
town,
date hoes
motherfucker.
are guys who can't get hoes.
Yeah, you're right.
That's it.
You're
So
right.
you figure he was a serial killer?
He was doing some shady shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, are you like stressed out all the time?
No, dude, because I'm spiritual, bro.
Okay.
I'm above
I was
it
just
all.
Curious, I was just curious. That was a genuine question.
No,
'Cause,
no.
like when you have that kind of information and think about all that stuff so much, and so many things are just like out of your control. Like I would feel like you just like
No,
fucking,
you'd be
you know.
stressed out if you're far left or far right, where you believe in that cause, and dude, you're gonna be stressed the fuck out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
I was
Sam,
just curious.
but Sam,
yeah.
you still haven't answered.
Nobody
how-
can control you, dude. Nobody can control
Yeah.
you.
Write this down.
You can
What
control
about
yourself.
the black nobility again?
What?
Apparently.
Well, they can control. They can
masses.
control the levers of power. But at the end of the day,
But how do they control a vote, Sam?
What?
A vote is a vote, right?
Brian, are you asking if they can rig a vote or not? I mean, are you
I will
really
punch you
asking?
right in your crooked mouth.
Thank you, dude.
Parliament?
You don't think
Thank
they can
you.
control
Or in
votes?
Congress?
Thank you.
Congress, though?
So, Brian,
You don't think
what, Brian? Are you just baffled?
No. What?
Oh my God!
There-
How can you control corrupt people?
Let me give you one better.
Yeah, because the ballots, the mail-in
Oh my
ballots are so
God! It's
reliable.
gotta be real.
Well, I'll tell you
It's
what.
the Dems want the mail-in ballots. I wonder why.
Why?
There is absolutely the problem in Washington, which is that fundraisers might be pulling the strings.
Oh.
Because when you're in Congress, because of campaign finance reform, in Congress to run for office, you got to make certain people who finance your campaign happy.
Right.
Of course.
Right.
That's a
They all
different
get compromised.
situation. Yeah,
So you
that's-
can believe it on it's on a micro level. You can't believe it on a macro level.
Do you think there'll ever be a change?
But
Oh yeah, it's coming.
But Sam, I don't think
Pluto's in the high house, dog.
But I don't think that's a mystery.
what's
I
that
think
mean?
that isn't that just wealth.
Pluto is death and then a rebirth. And they know this, so they're trying to get ahead of it,
So-
and they're gonna fucking
So
lose.
What happened? What do you mean?
So
Describe
Pluto, the last time Pluto was in our orbit and stuff like that, it was during the Civil War, and
this
Pluto represents
Bring this up,
death
Chin.
and death to the old.
I remember this
and
too.
into the
that.
new.
So what's that mean, Sam? We're all gonna die?
No, that means fucking a new.
Yeah, I'm following this. We got to sacrifice Brian.
Brian, you couldn't get much for a sacrifice for Brian right now. Brian sacrifices.
cares.
I'm doing it for the gods.
Gods don't care.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the gods.
55-year-old.
They're like, that's-
No one's like sacrifice the senior citizen. Nobody's doing that.
Well, COVID said.
Pluto is 3.7 billion miles away from the sun.
Well, that's so far away.
What the fuck?
It's so
That's
far
so
away.
far away.
You know how
I
far
mean,
that is? Wait,
You into astrology, bro? Dude,
what do you got?
astrology.
I'm an
There's an
Aquarius.
old saying, dog. There's an old saying. Millionaires study the market. Billionaires study the fucking stars.
I mean, the billionaires are trying to get up there, right?
Well, dude, I mean, this is my whole theory, right?
So they're all trying to get
Average
up
They are
people
getting
want to be
crazy.
millionaires.
They are.
Millionaires want to be billionaires. Billionaires want to be trillionaires. And trillionaires want to be Darth Vader. That's how it's going.
poor
They
man
wanna
want to
run
be
this
rich.
shit.
Rich man want to be king, and the king ain't satisfied until he rules everything.
Yeah, there you go, dog.
10 points for where that's from. 10 points.
Lethal
Ice
Weapon
Cube.
2.
Not
Ice
bad.
Cube.
Not
Lethal
bad.
Weapon.
Nope.
NWA.
Game of Thrones.
Okay. Poor man want to be rich. Rich man want to be
Oh.
king. And the king ain't
Oh,
satisfied.
Neil Young.
Bruce
Elvis.
Springsteen.
Springsteen.
Till he rules
Hey, real
everything.
quick, you know Neil Young's music's back on Spotify.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Did he realize that he was kind of wrong according to the Israeli and
No.
Australian debate the data coming out on?
I don't know. It's not. Bring it up on your phone. I saw an
know.
article today. It said
Yeah.
Neil Young.
So is it the other
Did he
people who said they're
backtrack?
going to pull
Did
it?
he backtrack?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I
of
heard,
Neil Young's
I heard
music quietly
Beethoven's
stays at
threatening to
Spotify.
pull his
some
money
of his
too.
music. His music still is not on there.
no, it's on there.
Bro, this
Neil
is the only
Young.
thing. I'm on Neil Young.
Okay, let me. So some. I'm not saying his entire catalog because he sold his catalog for $150 million. But the one that was on there that he's trying to get off is still on there. Some of Neil Young's music quietly stays at Spotify amid Joe Rogan protests.
Oh,
shit's still on there.
so it's
Crazy
only
is that our dick
only
joke
5
friend.
songs.
All those can. I know, but if you want all your, I thought you were taking all your music off. What
Yeah.
happened, Bubba? What happened? I thought you were anti Spotify.
It's all
And
theater.
you went to Amazon.
I love that he's like, get off Spotify, go to Amazon. That's where the love happens.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that Dr. Malone's been banned from Twitter for spreading COVID misinformation. And if you could tell me what misinformation, I'd appreciate it. That's
Well, that's the whole thing, dude. It's like, what is misinformation? There's weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. At one point, that was considered
And
to be
Russian
some kind of
collusion?
fact, right?
Yeah.
And now the shit with Hillary coming out, so
Yep.
funny.
I want to see
you
that.
think about that whole Middle East war and the weapons of mass destruction.
it was
and
only 20 years. Though. It was only 20 years. It only
dude,
lasted
but
20
yeah, how crazy is that?
They
And
might-
even what's the homeboy who just passed away? Brilliant man. What's his name? Who just passed away? The
Stephen Hawking?
No, man.
Captain Kangaroo?
No, the guy in the government, and he was the vice president. He was with Bush. Colin Powell.
Oh, Colin Powell.
Colin Powell. Yeah.
yeah.
So, and he said that was the
Secretary of
biggest.
Defense.
Yeah, Secretary of Defense. He was
And
like, "That's my
Secretary of
biggest regret." Buying into that thing. Saying
He's a reptilian.
Yeah.
No, he knew because he was a military guy and he hated
But
it.
with that, he
Biggest
said he went
regret.
with it. He goes, "My biggest regret." Like on his deathbed, he's like, "I wish I never
Oh,
did that."
shit.
Yeah. But think about that's
Yeah.
misinformation like a motherfucker.
Do you ever hear that there might be a Stargate in Iraq and that was the weapons of mass destruction? Which is,
Well, how about the fact that the Covenant, the Ark of the Covenant, which was held by the Israelites, and it was considered, it's from Raiders of the Lost Ark, like any army that holds the Ark of the Covenant was unbeatable, and they think the original Ark, the Ark of the Covenant, might be in a Coptic church in Ethiopia, and it's still there, and it's solid gold. And the reason they thought it was
So why
so
don't we go
fucking
get it?
powerful is it might have
Why don't we
had
go get it?
radioactive
Why don't we go
material.
get it?
Well, they've done a lot of things.
And you
on it.
believe that shit, but you won't believe Sam's stuff.
I'm just saying.
Sam, are you a flat earther?
I'm a realm guy.
Meaning?
That this is a very
Simulation?
special place.
Is this a simulation?
That this is the lowest level of heaven, highest level of hell, and there's multiple dimensions.
Where'd you come up with
And
that?
everything is, the world's ran by sorcerers.
It is.
We're all magicians.
It's like an episode of fucking
Some of us are
Rick and
better than
Morty.
others.
Yeah, right. This is
Episode of Rick
feel like
and
I'm
Morty,
watching
man.
Babylon 5 or something.
Dude, if we're in a simulation, then it's just like I hate when only like billionaires say we're in a simulation. Like the guy at McDonald's, like, yeah, man, making these fries, we're in a simulation though. Like it's only super rich people have this
people, yeah.
crazy guilt because they see other people suffering. Like it's a simulation though.
You
It's
do
like,
wonder,
I
though.
guess
You do wonder if there were certain people in history that were put there. Like, so it's like, if I go back and kill Hitler, well, here's the thing about Hitler. Hitler's nickname. in
He's a
World War
great
I,
dancer.
Hitler in World War I, his nickname was Lucky. Because
He almost
there was
died multiple times.
Yeah.
so many stories about
buddies
him.
got blown
they would
up.
stand next to him because bullets just
Yeah.
seemed, you really wonder if he was a devil. Like he had
No, because also with him, like if they would just gave him that art scholarship, there's no fucking
Well,
World War II.
that's right. That's
If you
the
would just
point.
gave Charles
didn't
Manson
get
a
into
record
School of Arts for the
deal,
V-
Sharon
Vienna.
Tate's alive.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
that.
you ever get into that stuff?
Which one? Where you go, Charles Manson? I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat you alive. What do you got?
Yeah.
I'll get my black belt on Charles Manson.
Well, I'm with you on all that, dude.
Dude.
Charles Manson was basically a CIA plant.
Correct.
And
Haight-Ashbury-
Haight-Ashbury was a free-range psychological experiment to see what crystal meth and psychedelics would do to somebody.
Correct.
told me that.
And his parole officer, there's a reason, like when he was on the ranch, which is Spawn Ranch, which I drive by all the time. I ride my bike there and I've been in the cave and all that shit. When he was on Spawn Ranch, they were very aware, the police were very aware of what he did. And someone went to them and was like, hey, this guy has bodies on that fucking Spawn Ranch. He's a bad dude. He has a family out there. And the cop specifically said on record goes, we're not allowed to touch him. Where he basically has a free pass. His parole
Was it
officer.
because it was an FBI investigation?
No.
Because he was a CIA plant.
Yeah, that's what they think. Because he got
was,
away with so much shit for so long. Even the parole officer, when they went to him, he wasn't allowed to leave Haight-Ashbury.
Why? Because they wanted to create a war against the counterculture hippies and
The
stuff?
hippies.
They wanted to do an experiment, so they would do these free clinics, and everyone would be like, "Oh man, it's a free
all his
clinic! I
girls
go
went
get
in there.
free
They'd
health
go to the
care."
Yeah,
clinic.
yeah.
Well, his girls would go in the clinic because they had so many STDs, and he would go in there. He had them. So in order for him to like get power, he would bring his girls to to the Beach Boys house or whatever, and be like, "Yeah, fuck my girls, man." Be like, "This guy's great." Then he'd get in with them, but if they had STDs, it wouldn't work. So they
Yeah.
always go to this clinic in Haight-Ashbury.
And the clinics were a CIA hidden operation to gather data on
And
what
that's
was
facts,
happening.
B. That's
You
not
know,
like
I've heard that
conspiracy,
rumor
that's
about
facts.
Jim Morrison
Yeah.
being a CIA plant. as
Well, his dad was part of the Gulf of Tonkin.
Yeah.
But Jim Morrison was really
And that was
talented.
during the. And that was
Yeah, but
during
Brian,
the,
you act like talented people can't
But no,
be compromised.
the rumor is that he wasn't actually singing those songs.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Jim Morrison was singing those songs.
Well, but there's
a rumor,
But back in the
you
day
know.
when they said
I'm not saying
when
it's
they go
fact.
see him live, a lot of people would complain.
Yeah.
Who was singing? Some CIA guy? I mean,
No,
come on.
Brian.
Jim Morrison was
Brian.
And listen, I'm a big Doors fan.
you-
But I heard that rumor as
Yeah,
well.
I
Like
know, that rumor
he was,
is-
Have you
'cause
looked into Courtney Love, bro?
His dad was what?
dude, I'll tell you another one. I guess it's a conspiracy, or it's just fact. Samuel is Courtney Love clearly murdered Kurt Cobain.
Dude,
It's clear as day.
allegedly, right? Have you ever looked into her story? She was a CIA plant who was brought in to bring drugs to the scene. So she did in Europe, and then they brought her here, and she did it. She introduced heroin basically to the
Australia, right?
Seattle.
Sam, nobody needed the CIA to introduce heroin. Human beings have been doing drugs and psychedelics for
Heroin
time
was over the
immemorial.
counter,
Brian,
right?
No, look at
Brian.
crack. Look at crack.
Yeah, Brian, what are you talking about?
But I mean,
They
human
introduced
beings-
crack to the black
But
community.
human beings have been doing drugs in one form or another and drinking
Opium
their faces
dens,
off
yes,
and
but
things. Yeah,
her whole
but
thing-
historically, like even the in Yanomamo and the people in Brazil were taking psychedelics. I mean, this is not drug culture.
They weren't making
and
money
human
off it,
beings
though.
have always altered their states from time immemorial.
Educate 'em on
right?
crack,
So
when
so
they create
look at
crack.
alcohol.
So Brian,
Americans
there was a
drank
time where
alcohol.
drugs
They
were
didn't
all
need-
legal, and what they did is they made it illegal so that they could create a black market in which
When were drugs
the
legal? Sam?
government.
When were drugs legal?
Heroin used
so
to be
you want
over
to
the
hear some
counter.
crazy shit?
Before we figured it out, but no, it wasn't over the counter.
Okay, so my whole theory is this: is that the CIA and organized crime are two sides of the same coin.
Fair.
Okay,
Look at that
so we go
JFK
back to
assassination.
when the Nazis were brought over. Now, you think that the Nazis lost and that they were brought over. I think the Nazis won the war. Germany lost the war. They destroyed Germany, and the Nazis walked over.
Do they live in the center of the earth?
No, they just walked. Some did, yes.
Well, no, they went to
Operation High Jump.
They also went to South America.
Yeah.
like
That's where
Tim
Hitler
Kennedy. Yeah, he went. Agree. Like Tim Kennedy
Thank
went
you.
to South America, and he's like, dude, I would walk in the middle of the fucking jungle.
They look so German.
He
I know.
he goes, first of all, their first language is German.
Yeah.
Like even now.
Yes.
Like they only speak German. dude.
German
There's-
colonies.
He's like, it's
There's
just
like
fucking German.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, what the
I mean,
fuck?
what didn't Nietzsche's sister,
They celebrate Oktoberfest,
Well,
Brian.
Nietzsche's sister founded an anti-Semitic colony down in, I think it was Paraguay or Uruguay. She founded an anti-Semitic colony, and it was a lot of like Austrians and Germans. Down
Brian, whenever you talk about Nazis, got to bring up anti-Semitism. He just gets very
That's what it
nervous.
was. That's what the Nazis were.
So
were-
they walked over there. They went to the Vatican, right? They came over here. They took the OSS, turned it into the CIA, right? So if you take a look at
Sam, I have to stop you. The CIA was an American group of people, patriots.
no, they took this OSS.
The CIA
turned
has
it
a lot
into
of
the
patriots
CIA.
in it, right? Doesn't
What?
it? The CIA has a lot of patriots, like the FBI has a lot
I'm
of
not saying
patriots.
it's called compartmentalizing. Certain people need to know. Certain people don't need to know.
For a guy who has never really been in the CIA, you seem to have a lot of inside information.
There's a lot of people. who
Because the
can
people
talk.
I know who work for the CIA are not that impressed with the CIA.
So Brian, your contacts.
Yeah. A lot of them
I've
are like,
told you
a lot of them
what?
are like this. They're like, well, I've been in those rooms, dude, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not that impressive.
Brian's so funny. Like
work
we'll be
there.
arguing
They work there.
banking. He'll call a banker up who sounds exactly like Dracula.
Yeah.
He'd be like, blah, blah, dance, blah, banking's fine, blah, blah,
Brian's
blah.
like, see?
Yeah, right?
That's all Sam hears. Because I called somebody who knows some shit about the Federal Reserve, and he goes,
Yeah, but
he was like, but I'm.
They're in the game. They're on the team.
No, but he's like, well, you got to set.
Right.
interest
It's
rates.
It's like calling someone from China, like, hey, or North Korea, like, hey, how's everything going out there? Like, fantastic. Like, see, it's great there.
Yeah,
But
right.
the guy's talking, and Sam's like, blah, 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 this guy's blah. He's like, who do you have? Fucking Dracula.
Someone said the
my buddy's
funniest
like,
comment.
My buddy's like really busy. He goes, who the fuck is talking? And the guy's trying to explain it technically, and Sam's going,
Sam's like,
who the
well-
fuck is Dracula? You can't call Dracula. And the guy's talking, and he's going, blah, 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 blah. I drink your blood. And the guy's like, I gotta fucking
No,
go.
we gotta protect Sam at all costs. Sam is he's like in Hot Tub Time Machine. He's a '90s comic who's ruthless and he's a savage.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And there's
He is a
there's-
savage.
He's the best.
There's not many
He is
left,
a
man.
very-
There's not
a
many of
big
you left.
savage.
Sam is fucking
Sam.
hilarious.
We gotta protect him at all costs.
Yeah.
And you need to get your cuck ass and start buying into some of this, man.
He
This
buys
isn't a
into
show.
it.
You know what? He's got me. I got to tell you something.
Have you gotten them once?
Without getting into
No.
misinformation,
Yeah, he's
this
got
whole
me like,
this whole COVID pandemic thing, and Sam's point of view on it has got me. He's nudging me over.
You nudge you.
He's nudging me over a little bit. I mean, I'm starting
I don't know
to
how you
realize
can't.
that, you know, when you look at Dope Sick, when you look at, do you know about the?
Yeah.
do you watch Dope Sick, dude?
I haven't seen it yet.
When you
That's
watch
the
that, when
whole
you watch that, and you realize how
vaccine
our
playbook.
government can be compromised, where you realize that where big money can cause good people to behave in a very bad way.
Yep.
And that is, I think the biggest threat to everything is big, quote, big anything, big tech. When you have fucking companies like Amazon controlling this much, when Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, when he owns like the means of information, when he can control the servers,
Even
we're-
more so.
we're in
Think
trouble.
about Facebook. Or think about the agenda with Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's where most young people in the population is getting their news from Twitter.
Not Facebook anymore.
No, not Facebook.
Well, my
that's
thing is
still,
But it's
Facebook
about
still
to
has
be
the
the
most,
metaverse.
Facebook still has the most demographic. They have the most subscribers.
Grandmas.
But they still have the most subscribers. Still pretty powerful. But then Twitter, that's where a lot of people are getting their news from on that feed. So you got
my
to think
thing
about
is-
what's their agenda on that news feed.
Well,
that's
also,
educating the public.
My thing is that what is
This guy
not what we're
buys
not
into
hearing, but we're not hearing stuff. Like that's what really drives me crazy. The legacy media doesn't report on important shit because it grates against their narrative.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time when was the last time you read anything about Afghanistan? Did we just forget about it? I guess Biden pulls out, and I'm sure they're doing great.
He was
over
taking
there.
heat for like about maybe 3 days, and
That's
then it
it.
just went away.
It's like it went away. And if it goes away, they know.
Have you talked to any military people about that?
Oh, you know what else
Yes,
they
I have.
did?
They're
And it's-
pissed.
They
I
just
know.
pulled
They should.
funding for Afghanistan, and now they're like, we're holding on to it, and we're deciding what to do with the money. We're going to give a big chunk of it to the families of 9/11. I'm like, Afghanistan had nothing to do with 9/11. Why are we doing this?
There weren't Afghans
Why are you
that did that.
punishing
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
That had not, I mean, we've already established this. They were not a part of 9/11.
It wasn't Afghanis.
It wasn't Afghanistan. It was Saudis.
Yeah,
And a couple other people that make Brian uncomfortable.
correct.
Well, he's
I want to talk about other stuff. Like, so
I don't.
please don't
Babes.
read the comment
I
section.
don't.
They're going to be like, Sam, but I love, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I want to talk about fun, cool shit.
Like
This is
babes.
fun, cool shit though.
I'll
Yeah,
talk
this-
about this
yeah,
all day. I
I'm
just don't want you
enjoying
guys
this.
getting mad
I've
at me.
I've learned a lot here.
Nobody lets me on their show anymore. I'm like, nobody lets Rudolph playing the reindeer games. So it's finally
you
nice
still-
to be allowed to dance with the pretty girls
Do you still talk to Eddie a bunch?
all the time.
Yeah.
so Sam. If I
I
want
tried to get Eddie
information-
doing fight command. He goes, "You're too big now. They're gonna hear me. You're
He-
too big now."
Eddie's gone like undercover, bro.
I love
Really?
Eddie. I miss him, man. We still text about once a week. I'll just text him, "Miss you, bro," and then he'll just send me shit. You know?
He's got a couple
And
things
I'll
in the
send him
works
some
I'm helping
articles.
him with.
Yeah, he's the best.
He is the best.
The best.
He's jujitsu Jesus.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this: I go on the road with him. I'm gonna tell you, and this ain't, I'm not exaggerating. If that dude focused on stand up, he would literally be one of the funniest people working today.
He's a funny
and
dude.
like not just generally, like literally
I believe it.
top
He's always been
top
funny.
10.
He's always been
Yeah.
funny.
Like, dude, every time I hang out with him, he has a new 10-minute story that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
And it's the funniest shit you've ever heard. And if he just could go somewhere and fine tune it, he would be dropping comedy
And
bombs.
Eddie is such a good person, actually. Eddie in his heart is
And
such
he's
a good
very
person.
unique.
Yeah.
Like he's one of a kind.
He's very unique, and he isn't afraid to go against the grain. And that's kind of in this day. I mean, the biggest thing with all this stuff going on, that there's a lot of people now that have a permanent record of their stance on some stuff.
Yeah.
And the future, I think it's going to be very bad for them because they were on the wrong side. You got to be on team humanity
Yes.
Agreed.
and not on team power structure.
Yep.
Yep.
And he's had this long, like, history of like when everybody listen. I'm a zigger, okay? When
Meaning?
everyone zags,
that?
I zig.
Okay,
Oh.
be careful
I was
when
like,
they
I was
say
like,
zigger.
Yeah, I was like,
Why? I like being a zigger.
Okay.
oh,
I'm
whoa,
just saying,
oh,
dude.
damn. Oh.
Dicey word, you know?
People zag.
He goes,
By the
when
way-
people zag, I
yeah,
zag.
yeah, I had to
No,
explain
I'm just
it.
kidding with you, bro.
Yeah, we're living in a really weird time. Where,
But hasn't it always been like
Yeah,
this?
that's
Like
what
in the
I'm saying.
70s,
Shit's always
like
been
with
weird.
the hippie movement, it was like chaos in Vietnam.
Yeah.
In the 90s, you had the
only there's a difference.
Iraq.
The only problem is there's a difference. Like, information gets to a billion people that
I know.
fast.
I know.
And that's what
There's
I
so
worry
much
about.
fake shit out there.
Yeah, so information in general can
And they infiltrate.
Did you ever
it.
watch Four
and people
Kings?
can control it.
Did you watch that on Showtime, The Four Kings? I told
Yes,
you
I
about
did.
it.
I
What's it
loved
about?
It's about
Have you-
Duran, Hearns, Hagler, and Ray Leonard. And it's
So it's super interesting,
conspiracy?
but they juxtapose the boxing versus the politics at the time. And if you watch politics at the time, you know what they're complaining about?
Same shit.
A Democratic president that no one has faith in, high prices of gas,
So true.
inflation,
Yep.
unemployment,
Don't do the same
nobody's
shit.
working.
Yeah.
You know,
You
it's
feel like
all
we're
the
in a-
same
we
thing.
feel like we're in a
Crime was
cyclical-
up like crazy.
It's
Yeah.
riots.
Riots.
It's all
That's right.
racial strife. It's dude. This is people are starting to realize
It's
this
cyclical.
is
It's a
just a
cycle.
game plan.
It's
So
a
these
cycle.
lizard people, they can't come up with original ideas.
So
That's why they
doing
just
it.
keep using
They're
the
like
same shit.
Hollywood.
Same
They
shit,
keep
the same-
regurgitating
Sam,
the
or
game
it's
plan
just
over
human
and over.
beings.
No,
Or we're
dude, it's
all the
not.
same.
They're lizards, and they're not human
But
beings.
Sam, we might all be humans, and everybody's vying for power.
or there's
vying for a
parasites
piece
that
of
run
it.
this realm, one or the other. It could go either way.
But I'm just saying, it could also just be
They're
people
parasites.
vying for power.
They made
gain
deals
power, lose power.
with
gain money,
archons.
lose money.
But yeah,
These
those
archons
politicians also
are
know like
low-frequency
the buttons
demons.
to push to get society to move, you know? Like we're sheep, so they know what prod to
Yeah, but
get
sometimes
going.
somebody comes up with a technology.
Jesus was a shapeshifter.
I understand, but some people come up
makes
with
sense.
technologies like Amazon, and it changes how we do business.
Amazon is the U.S. government. Jeff Bezos is an actor. His grandfather started DARPA. They put him in position, and he's just an actor.
So Jeff Bezos didn't create
Nope.
Amazon.
It was
He's
created
just-
by DARPA.
He's not a guy who he's
Nope.
so
Just
he's
like
they
Facebook.
chose
You know
a
the
guy to
story
be-
of Facebook.
Is it-
dude.
is this-
You know the
is
story of
Zuckerberg?
Facebook.
He dropped out of Harvard, created Facebook,
Yeah.
but he stole.
No, he
the idea
didn't. He
from
didn't
somebody
create
else.
Facebook.
He stole it from the
No.
Two brothers.
That's
Two
all.
brothers.
That's all theater bullshit.
Yeah, it's a good movie though.
I know. I like
It was okay.
So Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs might be, but they all steal their. They all steal their
Gates?
shit.
Bill
Gates?
Bill
What's the
Gates
Facebook
is
one?
full of
Oh,
shit.
don't get me started on Bill Gates.
Yeah,
And
don't
the
get me
COVID
started
shit?
on Bill Gates.
No, I know.
You're lucky
And
there's two
very
thick
smart
boys
guy who-
between us.
Very smart guy who created Microsoft.
No,
yeah?
didn't happen.
Steve Jobs,
His mother
Apple.
stole the operating system from IBM, gave it to him.
She stole it.
Yeah.
She just stole
Yeah.
it and
Yeah.
gave it to her
Yeah.
son. But her
Yeah.
son,
Yeah.
her son took it
Yeah.
and was like,
Yeah.
now I make billions of dollars.
Yeah, there you go.
So that all it required was, so if he had given it to me, I could have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the Facebook story?
Facebook. Okay, so will you look up LifeLog? Will you look up this? LifeLog was a Pentagon operation that they were creating technology that would collect your data for your entire life. So will you look up? So
DARPA life.
DARPA was a,
So will
the
you look
internet
up
was a
this?
DARPA
What
program.
day did the government stop the LifeLog experiment? What day?
DARPA created.
Okay,
the
real
internet.
quick, you're gonna love this. Brian, you're gonna love this. Brian's so great. He's taking repeated L's right now. So LifeLog
You are lighting him
experiment stopped on what day? Does it say what day it is?
There it goes. February 4th, 2004.
Okay, will you look on what day Facebook was registered as a business? Will you
Wait,
look
it
up
says
that?
Wait, go back.
Oh, stop. Let him do this
Hold
real
on, let me
quick,
finish
Brian,
this.
before you
Let's
buy
not go down
DARPA
that
canceled a LifeLog project on the same day that Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay, you
launched
ruined
Facebook.
my fun reveal.
I know, you ruined the
You are the
You ruined the
worst.
bit. He was getting to
You're
it.
like
That's
somebody who
right
yells
there.
out
Like, that was
punchlines
like-
before the show.
right there.
Do you not understand presentation?
Big Killer Jones over here, man.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What do you go to magic shows? It's not really a rabbit.
It's not really cut her in half.
Yeah. It's an illusion.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sam. Fuck.
So yeah. So that was the exact.
So you're
same
saying
day.
when they stopped, then that's when Facebook.
He literally
launched.
the same day.
But
Convenient.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Is it a coincidence?
Well, we know that DARPA, it's not a surprise that DARPA, the technology for the internet was created by DARPA, right?
Right.
So was GPS, so was
Do you find it amazing, Brian, that Amazon pays no taxes to the U.S. government, which, by the way, the IRS is not part of the U.S. government? Do you find that kind of crazy?
Seattle, Washington has been criticized for that, for being a regressive. The New York
Why would
Times did a thing about it.
hey, now think about this. If Amazon is part of the U.S. government, why would the U.S. government pay taxes to the U.S. government?
But Amazon is there
Slow.
are shareholders
Take
who
your time.
buy. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. As a private citizen, if I
it in,
buy
Daddy.
if I
Drink
buy
it in.
shares
Buy-
of Amazon,
Wait, let him explain. Let him explain.
I get rich.
Very serious.
But if I buy shares of Amazon, it's a publicly traded company now. It
Yeah.
used to be private, now it's public, right?
Yeah.
So Jeff Bezos is worth a crazy amount of money,
Well-
$200 billion.
Supposedly.
So I can own pieces of
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
That doesn't, and if I own pieces of the U.S. government, a
Right.
bond, it pays a much lower dividend than Amazon
Right,
does.
Brian.
If you bought Amazon stock right now.
Well, what I'm saying is that
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
tanking.
different. So how are you saying Amazon's part of the U.S. government?
Part of the U.S. government.
Well,
it's an extension of the U.S.
it's not.
government.
And part of the reason they've
is
been
in
criticized for their tax
so is in
policy
Twitter.
because that's how
so
they
is in
manipulate.
Google. Google was started by CIA.
No, it was started by two Russian.
No, it wasn't.
Two mathematicians.
They were picked at
But Sam,
fucking
somebody had to come up with
Burning
that-
Man. Burning Man is the new Bohemian
Sam,
Grove,
somebody had to come up
where
with that
all the
algorithm.
fucking elites go
No.
get. They shove weird shit in butts.
I know.
Okay, and that's how you get into the elites.
Sam. Sergey Brin and Mary Page. Mary Page and Sergey Brin are the mathematicians that came up with the algorithm. They
You're
came
right,
up with
Brian.
Oh, yeah, Brian?
The Google
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Brian.
Brian? Prove it.
Yeah, prove it, Brian.
Is that what you read on
must think-
Google?
you must
Yeah, did
think-
Google
you
tell you
must think
that?
the CIA
Does Google talk like Dracula too?
But you must think that CIA and the DARPA is the only place technology comes out of. Is that what you think?
No, I'm just saying that stuff that gets that big, like Pornhub is CIA too.
Well, that's not good. 'Cause they're looking at my videos.
Sometimes people come up with a technology, individuals.
Yeah.
That
Pornhub
people
CIA.
use because it's better.
Like OnlyFans?
Like
Porn stars went
OnlyFans,
to
like
OnlyFans?
Amazon, like like Patreon.
Pornhub CIA. It went 0 to 50 million subscribers quicker than
all
any
the
other
big tech,
company.
all the big tech
people
that
love
started.
porn.
So all the big tech, all those entrepreneurs
Yeah.
in San Francisco.
The big ones.
All of those guys.
The
they
big,
were
big,
all,
big
They were
ones.
all CIA operatives.
Yeah.
Or then it's all theater.
Yeah,
Sam.
well, they were presented
Really?
because
Really?
they were a character.
Really?
Yeah.
How did
Every
they
single
pull that
one?
off? Because the tax base is huge down there. It's what kept San Francisco afloat.
Yeah.
So really?
Yeah,
so
Brian.
The CIA
Yeah,
must be
CIA
so the CIA
fund.
must be the best entrepreneurs in the world, Sam.
Brian.
And all that technology
You're
came
wrangling
down
them.
to me. It's in my laptop. It's in
100%,
my phone.
Brian.
This phone is
Yeah.
all CIA, huh?
Yeah.
Really? Not
Most of
not
it.
a result of the capitalist system.
No,
Steve Jobs, huh?
most of it.
Steve Jobs swipe technology.
So much
was
of
what?
it. Yeah.
Was what?
Which
That guy
is
worked at Apple
which is
and made a
what,
lot of
Brian?
money.
Face
Which is
recognition,
that?
Brian.
It's a data collector.
So how do you-
Right, now they know exactly
So
where
how
you
do
are
how do
all
you
the
account for all
time.
the money they've made?
What?
How do you account for all the money?
Well,
private
because
sector's made?
they basically
Like,
corner the
Bezos
market,
checking his
Brian.
bank.
What's that?
They corner the market.
And now you're addicted to that thing.
But
Yeah.
they didn't corner the
And now
market
they know
because
all
a
the
lot of
weird
companies
shit
went
you're
out of
jerking
business
off to,
when
Brian.
a lot of companies went
Which
out
is
of business.
owls fucking.
But a lot of companies went out but a lot of companies went out of business, Papa. When
But they didn't, did they?
consolidated that phone.
Facebook didn't, right? Facebook never
Facebook
did.
was something everybody got
right?
addicted to.
Isn't it kind of crazy that Facebook can just sell your fucking data and never get in trouble? And that's how they made their fucking
does
money,
Google.
by selling your fucking
does Google.
data.
But so does
Right?
so do all those
So
tech
Brian,
companies. But that
Brian,
was,
so you're saying it's just coinky dink that the fucking Facebook and LifeLog have that date together, that Jeff Bezos' grandpa is the guy who fucking founded DARPA. These just weird connections
coincidence?
all the time.
Sure.
Oh,
You don't think it's weird that
Brian,
your phone has all
Brian.
your data and they can access your
The-
data
the fa-
and
the-
also track you everywhere you go?
that is something that's talked about all the time.
Yeah,
They're
as they collect your
harvesters
data
and
the whole time.
data brokers
Yeah.
who sell your data. We
'Cause
all
there's
know
money in
this,
data.
and
Yeah.
it comes up in Congress all the time. Like, this is ridiculous. This is crazy.
And nothing happens.
Well,
Never happens.
but that is a side effect and a negative one of the technology that seems to be growing at an exponential rate. This is it's not all entrepreneurial spirit in this country and individuals who are really in genius don't come out of the CIA, Sam. Some of them are private.
No, some
citizens.
don't. Like the guy that created the Silk Road. You know what happens to him?
Well, he went to jail, yeah.
Yeah.
But he also
50
was,
years.
Yeah, but if you ever
Yeah.
look into that case, he was responsible for putting hits
By the way, do you know that the founder of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto,
Yeah.
his name in Japanese loosely translate to Central Intelligence?
Bet you didn't know that.
Does it really?
Yeah.
that nobody
knew
knows
that?
who he is. Nobody knows who that is.
I have no clue who that is.
Look up what it means.
Yeah, yeah.
Satoshi Nakamoto?
Good luck spelling that, Chin.
Satoshi.
Satoshi.
There you go.
There you go.
There it is.
First thing that pops up.
Okay.
Translation.
Loosely translated translates to central knowledge or
Probably
intelligence.
Not. Probably not.
Yeah. So it loosely translates.
It's a forum, so it's not the best.
Yeah, loosely translates to central
Translate to
knowledge.
Clear thinking, quick-witted, wise. That's what it means. Naka insider
So will you do
relations,
that
Moto
in
the foundation.
Japanese?
And
We
yeah,
go
Naka
Satoshi
means-
Nakamoto
Naka-
loosely translates into Japanese.
Loosely. Yeah, make sure you highlight loosely.
I know, Brian, because
According to
God
Stan.
forbid they come out and say the founder of Bitcoin is Central Intelligence.
Sam, the CIA isn't inventing everything.
Yeah.
You don't think any person just like you and I have the ability to
Well, no.
create-
I do think like
There it is. Is
Google
the name Satoshi loosely translates to intelligent history.
Central Intelligence.
Central Intelligent
Yeah, there we
History.
go. So, no, like Google was started by a bunch of guys, but the truth of the matter is that they got a ton of funding from a dummy corporation that the CIA ran.
Okay.
So now they have
Yeah.
all of your fucking. So have you ever seen the videos? There's a series of videos called The Dead Internet.
No.
Okay, dude, you gotta look
dark.
into fucking that.
Are people dying and shit on there?
No.
The internet's actually dead.
That most of the people on Twitter and all these aren't even real people.
They're bots?
But the real thing is this. Hey, will you go to Google, let's put in any term you want. Chin, I'm gonna let you pick it. whatever term you want in that search bar.
Fishing, okay?
Anything you want.
All Chin cares about is
Okay, so fishing. Go to the bottom.
The bottom?
Go to the bottom where it says how many hits they got. Go down. Where does it say that?
That's the
Go to the
farthest thing
top.
going down.
Go to the top. See if it says it. Where it says how many.
About the top.
Okay, about 200. What is that?
2 million? No, 2 billion.
2.8 billion.
840
Okay, so go
million.
back down to the bottom. Now go to the bottom. Now go to 10. Hit 10 at the bottom. The search 10 or hit
Page 10.
Yeah, go page 10. Okay, so keep going down. So we're gonna have 2 billion. Go to 14. Just keep going. Just go to 14. Go to 14. Go to 18. Go to wherever you can go to last. Is that the last button? Go to that button right there. See if you can hit that last button.
The 22?
Yeah. See, what's the weird arrow
me
next
see.
to it? Right.
Oh,
Okay,
so
we're
there's
at
last
22.
button.
Now
22.
stop. We're at 22. This
right.
says there's 22.8 billion. So now what it says. Repeat the search with omitted fucking with results included. Okay. So click on that real quick. Okay. Click on that. So now go all the way to down the bottom. Go do this again. Say we're at 10. Go down. We're at 14. Go down. We're at 18. Just keep going. Keep going. 22.
All right,
Go to it. Okay. Go to
26.
it. 25.
Kind of a lot.
25. Go to the bottom. 30.
30.
Trust me on this one. We're going to get to
There's a
it.
ton of-
Trust me.
34.
34.
So many fishing
Keep
pages.
going.
I think
Keep
we're at
going.
I think we're at
It's
2
going to
billion.
get, my point is this. It's going to end.
There's so many.
And it's not going to be close to 2. It's what they call this a Potemkin village,
Meaning?
which means it's all theater. Google wants
That's it,
you to think
46.
46.
Stop to 46.
46. It stops at 46.
It's probably 10 websites a page, right?
Can you? Yeah. It's a
460.
total lie. They make you think this is all powerful. It's a big. Do you know what Potemkin village is?
Sure don't.
Okay, so there was this Russian czar that wanted to impress this British royalty, who this queen or princess that was coming.
Made a fake village.
So he made a completely fake village,
North Korea does it.
right? And they're like, "Oh, look how amazing Russia is!" So
Yep.
he could marry her. Turns out it was all fake. Now this
called
is
a
not my
catfish.
research. Look up the dead internet.
Hey Sam, so but the fucking internet is pretty massive. Like what you
But
guys
not as
you guys-
massive as
you
they're
guys-
saying.
Yeah, it's not even close.
I mean,
You just got educated.
Yeah, it
Most
is.
of your links
Yeah,
now,
it
your
is.
older links, don't even work,
there
bro.
are
They do that
billions- There are
purposefully.
billions of hits.
This is
do you mean?
1984.
Sam, there
Oh,
are so many
okay.
people using the fucking internet for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It's massive beyond your imagination. Yeah.
Fine. Why are they telling you there's 2.8
Who
billion fines
fucking
and you can only go
cares?
44
Who
things?
cares?
Why? Because it's all theater, bro.
No. It's
Yes.
because it's that big.
No,
because
Brian,
there are
it's
that
not.
many
And
hits.
To his point, there wasn't 200 or
There were
whatever,
2.8 billion.
on there.
So they're just coming up with ways to make Google bigger.
no, they want you to
Make it. They want you to think that it's like
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
Everybody uses Google all over the world,
Yeah.
Sam. Okay.
Then why are they lying?
They're not lying.
They just lied to
The
you.
internet is almost infinite. It's actually infinite, right?
No, it's not infinite.
But it is, Sam.
No, it's not.
It
It's
is.
not
Just
nearly
went
as big
through
as
the
you think it
test,
is.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that it's a giant theater, that so much of what's on social media is a giant lie, that they fucking give you retweets and likes when you algorithm says you say what they like, and then they bombard you and they fucking just send you to shadow banned hell when you say something they don't like. It's all theater.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you just proved that with that terrible experiment you just did.
What do you mean that terrible successful experiment?
Yeah, there was definitely not 2.8 billion links on there.
I mean,
So wait, that thing at the top with the 2.8, that was saying how many links there
this
is.
is
How
like,
many
results,
this is
right?
like
Hits.
kids that
How
go-
many hits?
Was
Yeah,
it search
okay.
results or hits? I think it's
Search results,
Search
which
results,
are
right?
hits, right?
Okay.
How many
Yeah,
hits
yeah.
they got for fishing.
And that only ended at 47. Okay.
there's no way.
like
There's no way.
46
There's no way that
pages.
was. But
Yeah.
Brian, I mean, yeah. I
Thank
think
you.
I'm
How
jumping.
come
I think I'm
he
jumping
gets
on
it?
I think we
And
all
you
get
won't.
in this room
'Cause
with
it's-
Brian.
It was weird.
It was. It is kind of weird.
Yeah, but I didn't like
See,
investigate
this is where
it
it starts
entirely.
getting super crazy. It's because people start going, what's going on? I get it.
No.
man.
No,
The
I
truth
get it.
of
I
the
mean, I
matter
get it. I
is,
get it.
gone silent.
No,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, guys. Just because you can't
You've gone
explain it
silent.
right now doesn't mean
He
it's weird.
just did.
this
No,
is
he did
every
it.
Just explain
show
it.
I
He
do.
did. He
said,
Every
go to
show
the
I do.
top.
Do anything there.
This is every show I do.
Because at the base of what he's saying is he's going, most of the internet might be dead.
Might
And
not be real.
And this is
By dead, meaning fake.
And billions of people aren't using it in every second. Well, you're wrong. Yeah, they are.
Okay, Brian.
yeah,
I'm just telling
everyone
you, bro.
uses the internet
I'm
like we are
just
right now.
Telling you.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
They in real time you saw
Yeah,
two
in
things
real time,
I
I
told
can
you
look
were
up.
real.
Wait, does
in
the-
real time, hold on. Does my GPS work, Sam, anywhere in the world? Because it does, doesn't it?
Doesn't work everywhere in the world.
Sam?
There's
Not
plenty
Why
of
can I
times
get
where
from
it says
point A to
cannot
point
connect,
B?
right, Brian?
Why can I get from point A to point B?
But
Anytime I
Brian,
want?
does it work everywhere you go?
Yeah. Why does Google Maps allow me to see your house if I put it in? What do you
mean? What does that prove
all
of
this,
anything,
all this
Brian?
technology in my phone
Yeah.
has freed me and
From
allows
what?
me to see a lot of shit.
What does it freed you
That You're
from,
saying
Brian?
now they're trying to keep things. How are they going to keep
How's it
anything?
freed you? It sounds
how
like
do
it's
they
made
keep
your life
anything?
busier.
You're a prisoner.
I
to your
understand,
phone.
but how do they keep people from? How do they keep any secrets?
prisoner.
It's so hard.
Brian,
You're
they
saying
do it
that-
all the time. They're actually they're going back and getting rid of old websites that they don't want you to see all the time.
Google-
1984,
Sam,
the Ministry of Truth.
Google's a technology. They've gotten so rich because Google's a technology we all use, just like oil's a technology. It's a material we're addicted to.
Yeah.
There are certain things that we just use because it makes our lives.
Wow.
It's revolutionary. It changes everything.
you
We
use-
don't use
Wait,
cassette tapes
it's made
anymore. 'cause
us
we have-
lazy.
But we don't use DVDs or CDs anymore because we have digital technology, right?
Yeah.
So now we put our specials on that, or we put it on YouTube. Things just change here.
Right.
And
right.
a lot of it is allowing us to decentralize and make our own money, have our own audience. There's a lot about technology
Right.
that is giving human beings, average everyday citizens,
Right.
their own autonomy,
Right.
their own way of making money. And we all know it's true that a lot of this technology has enslaved us. But the idea that this being planned by some small group, or it's just a byproduct like everything of technology as it moves ahead, it does. It causes problems, solves problems, causes problems. That's kind of how.
What side are you arguing for right now?
Because you
I'm
seem to be
confused,
saying,
too.
because every
Yeah.
time I talk
This
to you,
is Brian.
Every
This
time
is
I
how he
talk
does
to
it.
you,
Brian's a slave to his
every
phone.
time I talk to you, as far as you're concerned, there's a small group of people controlling all of this
Yes.
shit, and that Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg aren't even real entrepreneurs. They're actors put in
Brian,
place by the CIA, which is the
Brian,
most
they were
ridiculous shit.
positioned.
It is the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard in my life.
Right.
Do you know what? You want to talk about theater? That is the craziest shit
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Elon
do a show
Musk
with them.
Yeah.
isn't an entrepreneur, isn't a
You
risk
on
taker.
Mad TV was kind of nuts too.
Well, that's fair. That's
right?
fair.
I go, you were on Mad TV?
That is fair. That is
Somebody
fair.
had a bad day at
I
casting.
probably did. I probably
Someone
did.
was
Hold on.
tired.
Yeah, so it's
Like, just
oh,
give it
all
to
right,
him.
all right.
his dad's CFR, give him a
That I'll admit.
All right, let's go to current events, Jen.
Oh, the comment section.
I won that. Won
I
that.
don't know what you want. Man.
By the way, I want it fully known. I can talk about anything. Fat asses,
It always comes back to black
right?
nobility, though.
Tattoos on faces, whatever, dude.
Do you like face tattoos?
I do. As long as it's, I'm very nervous
Good
because
taste.
if it's done
Yeah.
right, it could be cool.
Yeah,
if
Tell them
it's
what your
done wrong,
Tell them what your weakness is with a woman's face. Like what you
I
like.
love fucking slightly cross-eyed and big teeth. It's weird.
Childhood issues, man.
I mean, like slightly a little bit cross, not full on like darn, but like
Just one lazy like. chameleon?
no, not lazy.
A little crazy eye.
and it can't be out this way. It
has to be inward.
They gotta be in.
Goldfish
Gotta
eyes.
be slightly in.
Goldfish.
And then you like big teeth, huh? Big chompers.
I love big teeth.
Do you like the big gums, or you just
I like big teeth.
Big jaw.
Amazon chicks.
Oh,
You like big
chicks.
girls.
Yeah, I like
Tall?
Viking bitches.
Give us a current event, Jen.
All right.
Just looking up cross-eyed.
I'm just seeing if there's. I'm seeing if there's a thing. You know, there's always a thing with people. If there's people that are attracted to cross-eyed.
Yeah, I'm
people,
really
yeah.
into it.
There you go.
So a man was on a race in Bakersfield where he was riding his bike. The race is called the Rock Cobble, when in the middle of it, he was hit by a bull.
Oh my God.
Did he die?
No, he did not. He's fine. In a lot of pain, but he's fine.
Jesus. I've seen
I feel like you could have chilled out a little bit. No,
Yeah, why would he go
you run
straight
up-
into it?
And why are you still driving at it?
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
crazy.
That bull is jacked.
Stay
okay.
down. Don't get up, by the way. In that situation, you're supposed to stay down.
Oh, so okay.
Yep. You don't get up.
Or just run into the water.
Dude, this is what I call thinning the herd.
Yep.
That's his territory. How scary would that be?
And this part.
But also, why
Big
would you?
mistake. Don't get
I
back
get
up.
it if you're in a bike race, but why the fuck would you go past the bull?
I know.
Well, at least
Yeah, take last place.
but also your competitors can't.
But also,
fucking
like
go past
see,
it either.
like how do you like? He saw the bull.
Like this is some
Exactly.
You know
straight
what
up.
I mean? Like he straight up saw
This
that
is
shit.
straight up Super Mario.
Hey, go up, Jen. It says there were reportedly a total of 4 riders attacked in the race. Though it appears Tony got it the worst.
Oh my
Bro, that's like us
God.
doing a Tough Mudder and just getting fucking.
And just everyone getting fucked up.
God damn, man. Hey, make sure it's a bull-free zone.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about nature too, right? Everyone's like, nature's so loving, right? It's like people hate the zoo. I'm like, you know who treats animals worse in the zoo?
Yeah.
Mother Nature.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucks up animals.
Oh, did you see that biker in Africa where that antelope fucking hits him in midair?
Yeah, we saw
What?
that.
Old video.
Oh, fuck.
That's from the
Midair.
90s.
Oh, it's an old video. It's from the
Yeah,
90s.
super old.
Oh, never mind.
He's just running.
What is that?
It's like
Faces of
a
Death?
gazelle. Like no, he just trucks him.
There is a 37-year-old Indonesian man who went to the ER because he said that he was having some issues with his lower abdomen. He said there was a lot of pain. And upon doing an x-ray, the doctors asked like, oh, what's your sexual history? Maybe it could be like an STD because something that has to do with his penis. He says, no, I'm a virgin. And they found a 6-foot-long nylon string in his
That boy a
urethra.
freak.
Yeah.
So he would get erect and stick the string into it, and 6 feet of it made
Oh
it in.
my
So they had to
God.
They had to remove it in order to alleviate his pain.
Why would you stick your fucking...
How can you put 6 feet
How the
in?
fuck does
I
6
don't know.
feet fit
Where's
in?
it go?
Hey, have
don't
you
know.
guys heard that like 20-something% of the of people in this country haven't had sex in a year?
Oh, yeah.
Like people are just getting weird now.
Yeah.
Like they're just bored.
They're isolated.
They don't know how to talk to each
They're
other.
just shoving shit up
Shit
their
up their
dicks.
That's
Dickhole.
trouble. That's
yeah.
trouble. And that's a psyop.
I couldn't think. Like this guy's never had anything coming out of the penis.
So
He's
he
only
wants to
been
chuck
shoving
it
stuff
in.
up
Yeah.
the penis.
God.
But it's
gotta-
fucking.
But 6 feet?
Yes.
6 feet. That's a lot.
Boy,
my
that boy
friend,
a
my
freak.
friend
Like, where's
dated
it?
a
Where's it
surgeon.
going? Like,
My friend dated a surgeon, and he would show us like people put things in their ass all the time.
All the time.
Huge problems. Just put,
like
Gerbils.
weird stuff.
Poor gerbils.
they put a lot of stuff in their
Yeah,
ass.
they put like bleach containers in their ass.
Yeah.
It's a
What?
weird-
Yeah.
It's a
weird-
prison wallet.
Yep.
It's a prison wallet.
Prison purse.
Gold bullion.
Whistle.
What else you got, Jen?
Here we go.
So Jeff Bezos has a super yacht that I believe it's created somewhere in Europe, and he has to sail it back to America. And the only way he could get it to his destination is by going through a Dutch port in the city of Rotterdam. A lot of the residents are unhappy with this because the boat is so big that they have to dismantle their bridge temporarily and then put it back together in order for his boat to
They're going to
pass.
charge him $650 million.
Yeah, so he's
to do it.
paying for this service, but a lot of locals are saying, "Hey, let's stop by the port and throw eggs at him while he's passing." So there are currently
Well, you're not just going
4,000
to go
people
inside his
confirmed.
giant yacht while you throw.
So Sam, that is
Sam.
that seems to be his money, or is that also
Right.
a psyop?
That's what happens when you play ball.
Oh, you might like his girl. She has a wiggly eye.
Yeah, she-
Oh, you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what she likes?
Wiggly.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Have you
she
seen
puts
that
it on
video?
That's who doesn't though.
Yeah. Now his ex-wife,
That's a fair one.
I was looking for her. I was on Bumble. I was on fucking all of it.
Because the
she's
billionaire
Trying to
stuff.
find
She's
her.
cute.
I'd eat the peanuts out of her
Mackenzie-
shit.
The ex-wife?
She's kind of cute.
No.
She's not?
Yeah, she
Bring
is.
her up.
No.
Mackenzie.
Dude, I think
No. I mean, super big.
I like the
Let's
name
do this.
Mackenzie.
Yeah, me
I
too.
do too. I think she's cute.
What are you
Oh,
talking
she's cute.
about? Well, I mean,
Sam, she's got those teeth too.
No.
dude, she's obviously in her cure phase right there.
Well, once they became billionaires, they got her teeth fixed.
Yeah. Dude, she got big
Oh,
ass
Brian,
teeth,
you're telling
bro.
me Jeff Bezos not a sniper with that one eye always shut like that? You know how many people he's killed? You don't know shit, dude.
Dude, how much money she get?
She's the
richest
She's the
woman in the
richest woman in the world, and I think at the time she was the third richest person in the
Look how
world
cute she is.
from the divorce.
She's cute right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big teeth. I can't believe she just didn't go and start banging NBA players, right? You got all that
Might
money.
be doing it.
Yeah.
Just hang out at
Paying them.
Madison Square Garden. Just be like, you.
Paying
I
them.
want a rainbow. Bang, bang,
Damn,
bang,
why don't you
bang.
dunk your nuts in my mouth?
She's cute.
What else you got?
Wait, so Sam, do you like the teeth or the?
Oh yeah,
the
100.
gums?
She's a little gummy for
You
me.
like the- okay, you don't like
I
the gums.
prefer the
A little
teeth.
gummy.
You want more teeth?
I want more teeth.
Is it
less
okay if they're
gums.
fake? Like the big chomper?
Yeah, I mean,
like
if
the
you want
mask,
to
like
impress
big
me,
teeth.
go all in.
like the mask veneers.
Like if a girl was like, I get serious about our relationship, and she came back with some fat teeth, I'd be
you're all
very
over it.
excited.
Yeah. So straight. So straight.
Hey, let them have it. Let
One
them have
fucked up
it.
eye and big chompers.
Yeah, let them have
And
it.
black nobility. I mean, it just,
This is a terrible one, sad one. But
Oh
Has
my,
to be
dude, I
Australia.
can't
it is
wait.
Australia. This is Australia. So
They're
there's a
not
shark
gonna show
attack.
her to die.
Said, but it's blurred out. But someone filmed it as a swimmer got just demolished. by
What?
a shark? Yeah,
I gotta
15-foot
see
shark
it.
that they believe is a
see
great
it?
white.
Yeah.
They believe it's a great white.
You've seen it?
No, I said I gotta see it.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to
It's
see it.
It's blurred out, so we can watch
Especially if
it.
it's a shark.
to
Let me
see it.
see.
I have
And
to
no
see it.
people just filming. Throw your fucking phone at the shark.
You'll see the blood and the jumping of the shark. You see right there?
That's a great white.
Oh,
Oh
some.
man, oh no,
You can't like.
oh no.
Oh shit! They got eaten like a seal.
Like basically eaten. Yeah. Usually they would just attack and they leave. It's blurred out,
He's
though.
like this, and the shark's
Yeah.
like this.
Oh,
You know, on Shark Week when they jump, that's what he did. This.
Yeah, he basically just.
hold on.
But also the really crappy
That's
part
why
about
you gotta be like, Steve-O, what were you thinking when you
agree.
jumped in with them? No.
you see the blood
look
there,
at
right?
Oh, you see the.
And you see the
blood
birds
and
flying around. Birds always fly around when
Blood.
fish are attacking other little bait fish.
because
so
they're
they're just-
like trying to eat.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
also, if you're a bystander, you're not jumping in the water.
Yeah, what are
no,
you
of
gonna
course
do?
It's
not.
clearly over.
So they're still investigating it. They're not sure. They saw what they found.
Are they gonna press charges?
They're just trying to find out exactly what happened. Why is he swimming that far into the outside the shore
Is he
too?
in Queensland or in Australia?
It's in Australia, yeah.
I mean, and you're
Do they
swimming
know
out
who
there.
it
Yeah,
was?
Australia has.
No, so they're
like-
still investigating. They only found remains.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, he jumped out of the water. Now, who is this the chick?
No, it's a previous shark attack or something.
We don't know what the guy looks like.
No.
Oh,
about-
she got
how
attacked
about-
before?
Yeah.
How about when
something.
fucking
Yeah, dude.
nature decides you look
Oh no, never mind.
delicious?
She's swimming with sharks. Never mind.
Keeps going
Okay.
down. Oh, they don't have any.
I don't know why, but that seems pretty tacky to be like, oh, this look at
Swimming
this
with
shark
sharks?
attack, and here's some celebrities hanging out with sharks.
I know, dude.
Well, you
They're
know,
just like us.
it's pretty wild. It doesn't surprise me somebody finally got a real shark attack on camera.
And usually the sharks will taste it and they'll leave it alone. But this one looked like it actually tried to just eat it.
Well, no, that one there was just Shark Week came out.
Yeah,
from
it's just
there.
like the way they attack
Scientists are
seals.
like they don't like the taste of us. I'm like,
just-
really? Who told you that?
Screw
Yeah.
that, dude. I'm not doing
Fake
the ocean.
news, Brian.
But don't you feel that when you swim for that long in those waters where there are great whites everywhere, it's a matter of time,
But it's bound to happen.
right?
It's bound to
You're
fucking
splashing around.
Your odds are definitely going up.
happen. Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, I died the worst way possible.
Worst way.
Shoot me in the
I
head.
mean, and you got to realize he's not afraid. I guess he's like, you know.
So the really shitty part is in the article I read, like you hear him screaming. Of
course.
yeah.
Before, yeah, that's
course.
Oh, so he felt
horrific,
all the
yeah,
pain.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's terrifying. I think
Oh, nothing scarier, sir. A great white coming from under, like Jaws. That was Jaws out of Jaws. That was.
I would shit
That was
my
two on the
pants.
nose.
and shaking
yeah.
you and losing your leg first and all
leg.
that.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I'd be like, just go for the fucking head, you bastard.
no, probably bites both your legs off.
No, I
and
bet. No,
stuff.
I bet it bites you right in the middle.
Sure, wherever it is.
Brian, when it bit you, would it be like too leathery? Let you go.
well,
The shark. The shark would go. Oh, weird. I don't like beef jerky.
yeah.
no, they say rawhide, and steel cable. So it's just
It'd let you
it's
go?
I'm trained too much. I train too hard. What are you talking about? Homeless people in Vegas? He's got a joke. He
Yeah.
goes, you ever see homeless people in Vegas? I didn't know beef jerky could talk. I was fucking dying.
Let's get you.
Such a good
Can't do that joke this weekend now.
Ah, fuck.
Oh my
So-
God, dude, I love you, bro.
DJ Steve Aoki, he said that he sold more off his NFT drop than he's made in like 10 or how many-
Dude, that's
decade,
insane
yeah.
to me.
What?
a decade. So you know how much he made?
The DJ famously sold his Harry NFT for
888,000. No. Million.
Million.
Almost $1 billion. That's the biggest NFT drop ever.
No, that's 808,088
right?
cents.
No.
That's not a comma.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
He's right.
Scroll
There's
in,
no way.
Chin. Scrolling on that. That's
Yeah,
not common.
that is 888,000.
That's-
Okay, yeah, you're
Well,
right,
I guess
Brandon.
it depends on how many NFTs he had in that drop.
Yeah, he didn't sell
Let me see this.
808.
Good catch, though. Good catch.
That
So
was
says
it?
here.
That's
Somebody
it?
paid big bucks for that?
Yeah.
Wait, so I thought people made like way more
But,
than
but
that.
maybe he
NFTs.
sold multiple ones, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
But 888,000. But
Oh,
also,
that's what he sold it
He can't
for, but
tour
yeah,
during the
so-
pandemic, right? Because he does raves and shit. And he does around Europe, and they were locked down. He can't do them here, so maybe that's why he made more. And that thing's stupid
That's
as
the
shit. And
NFT.
I don't subscribe to this stuff. But also, I would also do one if I made that much money.
Fuck, dude. He just created all these NFTs.
But in a decade, he didn't make more than $888,000.
Way.
Hey,
He
no,
had
I
to make
think
more than
that's just-
that.
No, he was.
Because of that
Yeah, what?
Hold on.
Okay, so that's
Okay, so what if he's talking about music he sold? He didn't say live performances. He's just saying in music, which could be the music he sold.
Yeah.
This is exactly what he says right here.
You know, his dad created Benihana's.
Hell yeah.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
His dad's the originator of Benihana's, and he has a Benihana in his backyard.
Wow.
Pretty lit.
He's got a
And-
Benihana
yeah.
in his house.
Benihana-
Pieces, not-
And what, do they
was
just
created-
wait around till he shows up?
He probably calls him. like,
Benihana's
hey,
was created by DARPA and CIA.
Now he's talking shit.
There's something
Now he's
going
talking
on.
shit.
Yeah, he is talking shit.
What else you got, Chen? That's a shit ton of money, though.
But bro,
Yeah, so it said pieces, not piece. So definitely multiple ones.
Oh, got it.
All right.
Each one was going for that much. Yes.
Yeah. I don't watch this show, but I think some of you guys.
I've been on this show. I've been up to date on
Okay.
this show.
So one of his ex-girlfriends
has the best joke he did on King's thing. He said Hugh Hefner was like, but before the Me Too movement came out, he goes, "They're doing what? Me Too?"
perfect.
Because he just passed away.
No, he was.
He's like, "They're coming. They're doing." It's so true. He died like right before.
Right with it. Yeah.
So
This documentary's tough because they go in like. I will give it to. I think it's on. It's on A&E.
A&E.
I will give them credit because they have some girls who had a horrible experience at the Playboy Mansion. They have a lot who had a great experience. They have his best friend who's like, he was nothing but loving, man. And then what's interesting is so many of the girls, like so many of them came out. They're on the dock, but so many of them came out in the news, being like, this slander they're doing on Hugh, we did not experience any of that. It was a great time. You know, we knew what we were signing up for, but they have the few that had a, not such a great time.
By the way, the Playboy Mansion CIA honeypot.
Of course. Brian.
or
They used to film,
I know, but all
and then somebody recently bought it, and they got rid of all
but
the
also
tunnels.
powerful men like having
they had
sex with
tunnels.
hot.
It's kind of what Epstein,
Tunnels.
It's what Jeffrey Epstein did, where they
Yeah.
they compromise.
Yeah.
Which is true. They
Yeah.
I'm
compromise
sure,
a lot
but
of the
powerful men
celebrities.
like banging really hot.
Yeah, or doing weird shit.
Hollywood doesn't need a CIA.
Like he like to get pegged in the buttocks,
well,
right?
but Hollywood doesn't need anybody to help them be weird sexually.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, but if you're
rich men have always
hosting a talk show on the internet, on the back in the day, if you're hosting a talk show, you don't want a video of you getting fisted by Filipino chicks,
You
right?
can't have
Yeah.
Yeah, the press back then would never have aired it, but yeah.
No, the prep. Well, it's interesting because he was super powerful with the press and had a lot of the LAPD on his side. Because it does get dicey when they start introducing drugs to the Playboy Mansion. Like a girl passed away.
Yeah.
They had his main
that.
assistant get busted for cocaine.
She killed herself.
And they were going to put her away for a long time. And she was going to have to testify against Hugh Hefner, and she committed suicide.
Oh.
But then a lot of the girls think she was killed. Like it's all dicey.
Yeah,
It's all
dude.
dicey. But he had a whole team like
Pizzagate.
Any bad press, he would make sure it never got out.
Yeah.
Like, you control a lot of the narrative.
Operation Mockingbird.
Look it up.
But so in this article, his ex-girlfriend, who also said that she was like a drug mule for him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he had a bunch of drug mules.
So she was saying that she walked into the room one day and their dog, that they shared together, he was doing stuff to it, and she's accusing him of bestiality. And he said like, "Oh, dogs need love too, or dog needs sex too, or something like that."
Yeah, he likes to
Yeah.
get weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no proof, but it's just that's her saying.
It's just
that,
her
yeah.
saying.
All I gotta
That
say
sounds
is
like she wants to sell the
snitches, snitches, snitches.
Apparently that's the dog too.
Oh, she's the main.
Oh,
she's the main kind of hater on Hugh. And when she was young, my God, she was pretty.
Yeah, they showed her.
It's kind of crazy.
I mean, yeah, she looks like a Star Trek
Yeah,
character.
she looks like Skeletor.
Yeah,
she looks like the lead
Hey,
Star
she's-
Trek.
Hey, come on, guys.
No, she looks
Leave her
like
alone.
she flies.
No,
Starship Enterprise.
nobody would
That's her
say
before.
anything,
Super
but
pretty.
now she's
She was
like
19
snitching on a dead guy. Like that's my biggest problem. Is like he's not here to
Yeah,
defend
I hate
himself.
that too. I hate
Yeah,
that
it-
too.
it-
The
does-
worst is that Holly Madison, because all the girls like, hold up, like his best friend's like, hold up. Hugh could pick whatever girl he wanted. She was the only girl who sought out Hugh, went to him, made sure she was his girlfriend,
Yeah.
and now she's going bad on him.
Yeah.
He's like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
he's like,
There's
the
a
amount of
famous-
shit Hugh did to her. Like, all right, if you feel that bad, give back all the rent, all the money he gave you for your clothes, all the
TV
food
show.
money,
The
the TV show. He's like,
It made
send
her
all that
famous.
back.
It made her
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah, he's like, he gave you a career, and now you want to shit on the guy. He's passed away.
I mean, there was a
I'm sure
famous.
there's some sketchy shit went down in that mansion over
she's sketchy.
60 years.
Yeah.
Super.
Oh wait, so but she married a 90-year-old.
Yeah.
Because why? Because she loves 90-year-olds.
Yeah.
Or would
She's
they
got
have-
a-
She said she had
something to do with
she
the
said she had
money?
Stockholm syndrome. She goes
I
because they
see.
were interviewing now and they go, well, isn't it weird you were dating old guys? She's like, well, once I was in there, it was like
Take no
Stockholm.
responsibility?
Well, that's
Yeah.
why the other girls are like, we don't subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Like she knew
Okay.
exactly what
Yeah.
she was doing.
She knows what she's
So
doing.
it-
So
it's
fucking
interesting.
weird.
She
It's
knows what
not.
she's-
It's
she
just
knows what
like
she's
Well,
doing
just
right
just
now.
like I mean,
The idea of women empowerment, but I guess that an adult woman can't take responsibility for the
Well,
choice.
it's also that it's called p hacking, right? We learned about that from your friend, where like they isolate things and make it seem like it's a pattern
course.
without showing you all the
narrative,
information.
the whole-
so
yeah.
sick of it.
You know, there was a famous comic, I'm not going to say his name, that passed away. Not the one everybody's saying, but earlier. And then afterwards, this one woman's like, he was sexually harassing me. I'm like, well, you know, I'm going to wait for him, to give his side. And you're like, dude, like, what are you doing? The guy's
Yeah,
not
what are you-
around. Now you're saying something so nobody can hear the other side of it.
yeah.
Everyone's like, you're so brave. You're like, there's nothing brave about
I
that.
never understand that. It's like I mean,
because
I mean,
there's something to be gained.
and also, but I want to feel for the people if something did happen. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be insensitive. But it's like I don't know. It's just hard to like battle that when it's like, oh, this person's dead. Like,
Yeah.
how can they like defend
I
themselves?
think sometimes
you know?
you can look at somebody who's very strategic about what they got from it. This Holly Madison is a household name because she made the decision.
100%.
And I don't want to hear that you were in stock.
This retroactive shit is annoying.
Yeah. It's also
You didn't have to do
It's
It's
also a different
not
time back
true.
then, the 60s,
Yeah.
70s, 80s,
Yeah.
you know?
But take responsibility as an adult.
You had a TV show
Yeah.
that was annoying.
You think? Yeah.
It's like you going doing fun stuff. Oh, the oppression.
Nobody was under the impression that this was,
How did you live with yourself? Wah.
or who was it? Anna Nicole Smith, who was married to that 95-year-old.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
an American success story.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
She was stripping. She was just going to be a stripper.
Yeah.
And this old dude was like, I love you. And she's like,
I love
thank
you."
you.
That motherfucker was straight up in a wheelchair, dog.
Sure, I'm
He
leaving.
fucking couldn't walk.
She got all the money, too. What else you got, Jen?
All right, so we already
That
know.
documentary's 10 parts long. You could do it in 2.
yeah.
Like, after a while, I'm like, all right, what else
Yeah.
you got?
Cultural
It is
Marxism.
interesting.
I want to get your take on this, B.
What?
This is really interesting.
We talked about this before.
The best ice skater ever. Really ever. She's 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And when I watched her skate, the both Tara Lipsky and the other guy didn't speak. They did not say anything.
They did something afterwards.
Yeah.
So
And it's because before she went into this, she got busted for steroids.
They found out that she-
but they haven't
in December.
gone on with
the investigation's not done yet.
So then
Yeah,
they
yeah.
let her skate, which is fair.
Well, I mean,
But
here's
then they're
what's
saying if
messed
she
up.
finishes first, then she doesn't get the medal.
No, so they're saying until the investigation's over, and then they find out she's convicted or,
Yeah.
or not
That's
convicted.
fair.
Everyone that's skating for the same prize, the medals, they can't do their medal ceremony now. Because they have to find out whether or not she's actually really placing gold
That's
or silver or whatever.
crazy.
Well, what
So she's
would you,
screwing
what would you rather have? Would you rather give out, like, let's say she finished first,
Yeah.
right? So would you rather them go, okay, we're not giving you the gold, so the person that finished second's going to get the gold, person that finished third's going to get silver, person that finished fourth can get bronze. But if this chick is cleared, we need those medals back.
Here's what I would
Would you
do.
rather do that?
No, if you got popped, you got to sit out. You got popped. Figure it out later. But for now, don't screw over every other
Yeah, it is
athlete
fucked
there.
up once every 4 years.
Yeah, you got popped.
They've
You got popped.
Found 3 heart medications in her system.
And they
said it was
blamed her grand.
Yeah,
Yeah, she took it from her grandfather's
Yeah.
medication. or
Well,
whatever.
He's also Russian, though.
And Russian, which is
she's also 15, and I guarantee that she didn't have a choice.
yeah, of course. Yeah, well,
Still don't
So-
make it fair, though.
No, I agree.
It's not fair.
she could be the most talented person, but she
But
did.
Russia has been caught doing this 1,000,000
oh my
times,
God.
and they have a whole program for it. And it was very interesting to watch Tara Lipsky and John Weir. They didn't say a fucking
That's
thing.
her.
This is her?
She is the best they've ever seen.
They're all saying that she's
good.
incredible.
She's
Apparently,
amazing.
she's like,
She's-
yeah.
she's
So
insane.
hold on. So they didn't say a word?
No.
So they did it afterward. Oh, actually, on the broadcast, I can't play because it's Olympics, so we got pulled last time.
Dude, the
Yeah.
Olympics
But I have the.
You know what the good thing
transcript
is,
here.
though? That this is ice skating, and I don't give a fuck.
Dude, my favorite thing
If it
is
was
that
like a major sport, I'd have so
Figure
many things.
skate-
This is a
skaters-
huge scandal, though. So
No, I know. It's
Also a
important.
worldwide
figure
thing.
skaters and strippers love to dance to the same song.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl in this world, right? And it's like, no doubt.
So this
Blondie.
is what they said. All I feel
Call
like I can say
me.
is that it was
On the
a short
broadcast.
program of Camila, the Olympics. She had a positive test. We should not have seen this skate.
Lipinski said.
The duo both expressed frustration and disappointment. All right. Makes me angry and disoriented by everything that I thought I knew. It makes me question everything. These skaters give up their lives for this moment to get this place. Why?
When
Yeah.
you see Johnny
Yeah, so
Ware,
what-
do you think that sexuality is a choice?
What'd you say?
Right? When
I'm
you
sure
see
he just-
Johnny, are you like, yeah, you can pick if you're gay or not, right? Some people believe like you would, like, this is who this dude is.
He's so gay.
So I'll just play it real quick.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I didn't know- I
shits
don't know who he
rainbows.
was.
A skater that was on the
That's who he
broadcast
is.
that talked about it.
He's a what?
He's also a skater or a former skater, right?
Yeah.
It's rainbow.
He is
Everybody
a,
who's tuned into our coverage of the women's short program live from
Take off your mask,
shits
man.
rainbows.
I've ever had to cover. And I want to thank you all for supporting the skaters that should be in this competition, whose life's work is on the line. Thank you.
So they're all
Look at his
against this. Yeah.
bring up Johnny Weir.
They're all
He's
against her
such a character.
skating.
And also, Brian, your favorite guy, this guy, Adam Rippon.
I don't know who he is.
Oh, the
Remember the
little cutie?
yeah? Remember that you said that.
So angry. The ladies' event tomorrow is a complete joke. It's not a real competition. Most likely won't even have a medal ceremony. So many Olympic experience stolen from clean athletes who got here without the help.
I
of
feel
performance
so
enhancing drugs.
bad for that
What a
girl.
shame.
Yeah, all the little girls that practice all their lives to get the medal ceremony,
Yeah.
they can't do it because
Yeah,
of
it's
this
fucked
girl's
up.
investigation.
Yeah,
I feel
Yeah.
bad about for that girl too. I guarantee.
Yeah, you're right, Brian. At
Everyone.
15, there's no way
The
she's
Russians are
like,
like,
give me
she'll
all
do
the
it.
Yeah,
drugs.
she doesn't
Yeah.
know. The,
She may not even know.
She's not a
If I
chemist.
gave
I
it
mean,
to her and
she-
said, "This is in
She's
your."
15.
I know. She
Think
definitely
about how
cheated,
dumb
but
you were
yeah.
at 15 years old.
Dumb as fuck.
No, I'm saying it's a government.
completely agree.
It's a
when
government
you're-
program.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're a Russian athlete.
Oh, now you believe it's
do
government
what- you
program.
do what Putin said.
Oh, now the government's involved.
No.
Weird.
No, I'm just saying.
Because now you're buying back
Oh,
in.
Brian,
come on, guys.
other governments can be
Yeah,
bad.
our government's
government
fine,
is
but
full of
Russia's-
eagles.
Saying I'm an
Collusion.
American. That's all. Yeah, that was really weird. I watched that, man. It was dead quiet. Bring up Johnny Weir. I got to show. Have you not seen this guy?
No, I don't follow male figures.
Callan's looking to see if he has an OnlyFans.
What a character! Look at his outfits.
Dude, he is so funny. I'm like, good
He's
for him.
just. Look at his hair.
Oh, he living his best life.
Dude, I usually play this game. Go back to him and his guy.
Look at him.
Can you go up one real quick? Over to him and
It
his
looks
guy.
like Adam Lambert.
To the far-
yeah, that guy. I usually play a game top or bottom. I don't know. I think it's equal.
This one's a coin flip.
It just all depends on who has Chinese that night, I guess. I don't know, but it's just like nobody knows. It
I'm
could
not
go.
sure.
I'm usually good. I can sense this.
Yeah, that one's a tough.
They're both
tough
trying to
one.
upstage each other with their outfits.
Oh, yeah.
Must be-
Oh
must
yeah,
be
whoever
such a
dresses
scene.
best that night.
Well, with the outfits,
wins.
I'd say the guy on the right's up top.
That's
yeah,
great.
It says they split.
If I had to
though.
guess.
What?
They split, so maybe it just didn't work out because
Oh
they
yeah.
split.
Aw.
They're like two magnets that are the same
Yeah,
side,
just
just
reverse.
pushing away
Yep.
from each other.
and it's tough.
He is
Okay.
just a very
he's
feminine
flamboyant,
man, very
flamboyant boy.
very gender fluid man. There.
Yeah, dude, that dude was born a chick with a dick for sure.
So this is for Brendan. Taylor Sheridan, the director, writer, everything
Love
for
him.
for Yellowstone. He's saying there's going to be multiple new shows now.
Hell yeah.
1883 is getting a second season.
Love it.
Another sequel called 1932 as well.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
He
What
can-
you
channel?
go.
What
Look
is
at him.
channels this
It's
on?
on Paramount
Taylor's
Plus.
killing it, man.
So he's the original creator and writer for the Yellowstone, 1883, which is the prequel to that. And now they're coming out with a 1932. which
Yeah,
would
a
be
prequel,
good shit.
yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah, I
prequel.
love him.
Do you remember
seen
him?
Hell or High
Remember-
Water?
You remember him?
No.
in,
You haven't seen that? He did that one.
he's No, but you know what he was an actor for a long time.
Yeah, he acts.
He was on Sons
acts
of
in all
Anarchy.
this.
Do you know
What?
He was also
He was a writer
he
on
was on-
Sons of Anarchy.
But he was also an actor in the vampires thing.
Twilight
No,
Interview with the Vampire.
No, it was
Lost
Blood?
Boys.
No, it was Lost Blood or True Blood. True Blood. Yeah, played the cop.
I don't remember that.
That's not that. That's kind of.
He was on Sons of Anarchy. You see it, Chin?
Oh, maybe that's what it was. He played the cop.
He played the cop in Sons
I
of
don't
Anarchy.
think he was in True
I think
Blood.
he was in True Blood, but no.
You're thinking
Walker, Texas Ranger.
He was on Walker Texas
Yeah.
Ranger.
Come on,
Bro, I used to
dude.
fuck with
They
that
need to
so
bring
heavy.
that
He was an
show
actor
back.
like I
Right.
was an actor. Like he would show up like in small parts.
They need to bring it back, but as
He
a
still
comedy.
writes himself in all the
Yeah.
Not real.
Hell or High Water. He wrote great.
Hell or
movie.
High Water is
Great
fucking
movie, man.
amazing.
He can write.
Sicario. He
Wait,
wrote
he- so he-
Sicario.
yeah, I was gonna say he
wrote
did Sicario, yeah.
He's a monster.
Guy can write.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
That's
Sam.
it.
Sammy boy.
Sam the
Tripoli,
facts,
baby.
Tripoli. Samuel the facts Tripoli. Coming
Good to
crib.
be
We're
here.
gonna have a debate.
I can talk about
We're
anything.
gonna schedule the debate Saturday at
Snapchats.
Diversion Amusements. Sam and I are debating, and then we're gonna do stand up after that. But we're gonna have it very orderly. I'm working out on the whole thing.
Thank you for having me on.
Dude, we love you,
Apparently,
man.
I'm
Yeah.
dangerous.
You're the
Is that what they
best.
tell you?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I never get invited. So thank you for having me on.
Sam, your voice.
Sam gets. He doesn't
Sam,
get invited
you're
to
so
parties.
You sound like a nerd and shit.
We put
You're
you
the
in a
kid
lower
with chicken
seat.
pox.
We put you in a lower seat.
I know the psychological game being played right now.
You know how it goes, dude. What I got next Wednesday? Sam won't be there for whatever reason, but I'm at the Hollywood Improv Shop and Friends February 23rd. You know how that goes. We got some monsters there. That's one show only. Hollywood Improv, 8 p.m. Then Sacramento, we got 30 tickets left. I can't add shows, so I'm telling you, man, we're gonna sell out February 24th through 26th at the Punchline Sacramento. Just announced Nashville, Tennessee, Zanies March 10th through the 12th. Chicago is March 24th, 26th, and they just had Phoenix April 14th to 16th.
Come see me, by the way, in
Las Vegas.
oh fuck, tomorrow I'm at the American Comedy Company.
Yeah.
San Diego, February 17th. Get your tickets tomorrow night. Then I got then Las Vegas on Saturday with Sam, Diversion Amusements, February 19th. Appleton, Wisconsin, Skyline Comedy Club, March 3rd to the 5th. Phoenix, Arizona, Stand Up Live, March 11 to the 13th. Louisville, Kentucky, March 17, 19. Every fucking weekend in fucking March.
You're gonna be so bored in Appleton.
Look at Chappelle
Yeah, so-
Lacey doing great shit.
Headlining, man.
February 25th and 26th, Kansas City, the Comedy Club of Kansas City, March 10th through the 12th. Springfield, Missouri, Blue Room Comedy Club.
Doing great
April
shit.
8th and April 9th, Salt Lake City, Wise Guys Comedy Club. And then one-nighter, May 12th, Stand Up Live. Boom.
Level up, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Leveling
Headlining,
up.
thank you, man.
Love to see you. You're a
Yeah.
good dude.
Thank you, brother.
All right, kids, love you. Oh, the Oops Cowbats' Fight Companion tees, hoodies, and hats drop next Tuesday. You've seen me rock, you've seen Dalia rock it. That drops next Tuesday on Thick Boy. All right, love you guys.
Boom.